Hello guys and welcome to, oh hey, you guessed it dude, a Terran video, Silver 3! I almost said bronze like I did in the Protoss video. Silver 3 Terran guys, oh my god. Get ready, you're in for a wild ride. You're in for a wild ride everybody, what's up? So in the other previous videos, previous leagues, what we've gone over, what we've kind of like established as our focus has definitely been micromanaging your macro only, right? We did nothing else besides going, make sure everything's flowing well for you. Make sure it's all good. Make sure you're looking great on your base, all that stuff. And that's what we've been doing. That's how we've been doing it. But now it's getting a little bit more intimidating. Okay, now we're gonna actually learn how to properly wall our base. We're gonna talk more about this. I'm gonna go into the replay and we'll talk about this. We won't talk too much about this during the game. I'll just kind of do it, and we'll break it down in the replay. But overall, we're gonna be adding in a couple things to our build. One of them is gonna be a minor scout. It's gonna give us information as to how aggressive our opponent's gonna be, and another is gonna be another unit in our composition that's always going to be there now because we're actually going to have a more diversified composition. Okay, we're gonna increase the power of our composition. We're gonna make our comp stronger overall. So the way we're gonna do this now is I'm gonna scout my opponent's base as soon as I finish the barracks. I'm going to scout my opponent's base with that SCV. So what you can do is go like this. Take this SCV that's building the racks. Don't forget to make SCVs. Don't forget to hotkey your racks. But take the SCV building the racks. Go to your opponent's natural. This will also help you learn what the maps look like. Right click, hold shift, right click, let it go. That's it. That's all you do. That's all you do. Let's go ahead and build a depot. Put one of our depots down. Let's go ahead and build our expansion. You can hold right click, or so hold shift, sorry, and right click the mineral line so your guy can build the expansion and then eventually go to the natural. Oh god, my neck is so sore. Okay, we messed up our gas a little bit. We need to make sure we have 3 on gas, so put a 3rd one on the gas. And look, you see how our opponent has a box there? Cool, there's a natural. We're not getting super all in right now. It's wonderful. Let's go ahead and build our factory. Build another marine. We need 50 gas for a reactor. We don't have it yet, so we'll build a 3rd marine. It's all good. It's all gravy, baby. And again, we're going to be doing everything we did before, but again, a little bit faster, because instead of 11-minute maxes, let's save this SCV really fast. Just a move towards the Zerglings. We're going to be looking for 10-minute, 30-second maxes instead of 11-minute maxes. So a little bit faster on everything than what we were doing before. A little bit faster. Okay, now let's go ahead and make our 2nd racks. Let's make our 2nd gas. Let's make our factory, have a tech lab. And let's add the factory and racks into our control group and make them all go to the front of my natural. Make this an orbital command. And now let's make depots start connecting from wall to wall. So we're making sure it's connected into the wall here. Well, again, we'll talk about it as we get back in the replay. I'll definitely discuss a bit more about how to set up a wall properly. And we'll go from there. Meanwhile, what are we doing? 4, 5, 4, 5. Making sure we're making SCVs. Making sure we're making marines and tanks and all that jazz. Okay, so rally point my command centers onto the mineral line. Take this SCV off because it's oversaturated. What's going on? Let's go ahead and build another depot. And again, we're not doing this as well, by the way. No corner to corners, because this is what happens when you go corner to corner. Oh, hey, I can run through it. But now if you go overlap grid spot here, either this way or this way. We'll go this way because why not? Because we're trying to go to that wall, and this feels like it makes more sense. Marine has to go around it. Cannot go between them because there's overlap. First tank should be on the high ground with siege. Let's get a starport. Let's get a tech lab on our racks. And let's keep making Marines and tanks. Okay, and we can do the same thing again. Another depot. And we just keep doing it. Vibes microing. Every time you get attacked, I want you to A-move the area. A-move towards the area with select all army. Forget about everything else. Forget about everything else. Forget about it. I do want you to not be brainless, though, and be like, I'm getting attacked. Like, fucking attack towards it as well. But don't try and micro it after that. Just A-move towards the area, towards the problem. Okay. So now we got our starport. Getting a reactor on it. We got our natural. It's fully saturated, so what are we going to do? Let's add in a third command center. I don't care where you build it. You can build it there. 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 There. Build it there. Why? Who gives a fuck? Just build your fucking command center. Just don't make everything such a hard problem to figure out and try to make it like perfect and everything. Just build it. Let's go ahead and siege our tank behind our natural wall. Let's build our gas at our natural too because it's fully saturated. And what are we going to do now that we got full gas saturation? We're going to build engineering base.
Add-on complete.
Siege our tank. Make Marines. Make a tank. Make medevac. Keep making SCVs. We can put a couple depots, like put a depot up here just so we have vision of that area. And maybe also bring this SCV in. Put like another depot over there. It's all good. Just don't want a supply block. We're really close to supply blocking. So definitely get some more depots going around the sides of our base just so we can see if overlords are in the area or something. Doesn't matter. Just it gives us vision. It's like an alert before our SCVs get attacked.
Additional.
Rally all my boys to the front of my base. Like my starport's not rallied, so we want to bring that over just in case we get attacked. Siege our last tank. And now we can get combat shield on the racks. Let's get another orbital command on the command center. We can get 1-1 upgrades started on the NG bays.
Insufficient.
And now finally we can get ready to set up another base. Why can we set up another base? Because as soon as this base goes to my third, this base is going to lose a lot of saturation, which is going to basically fully saturate the mineral line because we've been doing a good job of making SCVs the whole time. So let's make our next command center over here. Because our third base is going to go there, so this is going to go right next to it. This will become a planetary. You could make this base at the base, or you can make it in your main and lift it off and then land it and make it a planetary. But this is going to be a planetary at some point, okay? Now, keep making units. We need to start an armory here. And let's go ahead and start Blue Flame. And again, start making Hellions while making Medevac Marine Hellion. And look at my money. It's getting kind of crazy. I have all production being used. I have all command centers being pumping. And I have a lot of money. So let's grab some SCVs, like 4, and go 1, 2, 3, 4 racks. Increase our production because it's getting a bit intense again, right?
Research complete.
So now
Mineral field
our third base lands. We can rally all our command centers here. Grab off a bunch of SCVs and go, hey, go there. We're still 4 over. Okay, grab 4 more, go there. And look, full saturation immediately because we made SCVs like a boss. Now we can drop a bunch of mules here. So we're about to hit a jackpot on this base right now. Take the gases as well. And let's make a planetary at this base. Okay.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Now get weapon upgrades for vehicle. 2-2 upgrades are about ready to start, and reactors are about ready to start here as well. So we can do 2-2 upgrades first because it seems like it's going to be first. So 2-2 upgrades, and then all reactors.
Insufficient.
We need to saturate our gas over here.
Is under attack.
Saturate the gas. Saturate the gas. Let's saturate this mineral line. Start saturating that mineral line right there. And we have all reactors now in all our racks and all that good stuff. Okay. Making medevacs, making hellbats. Let's get smart servos now on this upgrade. And let's keep making medevacs, hellbats, and marines so far. A lot of extra SCVs here. Let's transfer some over. Look at this mineral line. Getting pretty fat, pretty huge. Let's go ahead and grab one of these SCVs we just transferred and say, hey, build a command center right there. Cool. We can tell one of these SCVs to repair this command center and hold shift and mine the mineral line. Awesome. We're looking great.
Depots required.
We need depots, so let's make some depots. Make them anywhere you want. Depot, 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 depot. Hold shift, right click.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Depot, 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 depot. Hold shift, right click.
Ready for dust off.
Okay, our SCV died that was going there to something, so let's make another SCV go do it.
Additional supply.
We're still
depots
almost,
required.
we're almost fully saturated. So we can grab an SCV here and say, hey, go build a command center there. Okay, making Marines, making Hellbats, making Medevacs. And now look at my money. It's getting crazy again, right? So let's definitely speed up our production again. Speed the production up. Let's get like a few more racks. Let's get another starport. Let's get another factory. Put it wherever you can fit it. And just keep macroing as much as possible. SCV count is looking pretty fresh. It's pretty good. We're done. Rally all our SCVs up to this new base because this base is oversaturated. We can also grab 5 off and
Upgrade
go up there.
complete. Research complete.
And look at the max out here. We're really close to maxing out, right around 1030. So we definitely sped up just a little bit. Now we're going to want to send out a couple Marines to go attack. Boom, 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 boom. Another Marine on this side. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Now it's really, how many production facilities do we have? We got 14. Let's make like 6 more racks or 7 more racks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. Right click the mineral line. Shift right click the mineral line. Grab all these racks. Put them in our control group. Have we found a single base of Zerg yet? No, not yet. The Marines are still searching. Okay, let's make a bunch of reactors here. Let's make a reactor here. Let's make a reactor here. Okay, let's make another weapon upgrade for our armory and get 3 upgrades for our bio. Okay, so our Marine died on the left side of the map, but our Marine found a base over here. So let's attack this base first. Let's A-move the area now. We're going to A-move to the area of the Zerg. To outside of the base, we want to go attack. Let's make this a planetary. Let's also make another command center. Because pretty much the pacing is every time we make a command center, we're going to be like getting full saturation on it. Because bases are going to mine out pretty fast. So we definitely want to keep that pumping constantly.
Add-on complete.
And every time you set up a new base, you can also drop a set of mules as well. If you remember to do it, it's the fucking jackpot. Now on these, let's make a few tech labs and then all reactors once again, like we always do before. So this way we can add in marauders if we need it, or we can go into just more Marines if we need to as well.
Depleted.
So we're here. Now let's do this. A move,
Command
base,
center upgrade
base,
complete.
base, because this is the outside of his base, and let's stim pack right away. Because we're already at his base, and we're gonna set up that fight really hard right now. Now in the meantime, what are we doing behind this? We're gonna make more Hellbats. We're gonna make more Medevacs. We're gonna make more Marines. We're gonna make more.
Mineral field
All of our units we're making here,
Add-on
and we're
complete.
constantly looking at our base while we're controlling
Unacceptable command.
our tab here. We're gonna keep our focus on we're gonna keep the focus on our production while we look at our base. So we're gonna check mineral line, check mineral line, check mineral line, check mineral line. Like that mineral line needs to be fixed, right? Fix that shit. So we're good to go. We can take another base, like right up here, and we're good to go. So on and so on.
Mineral field depleted.
Now, let's talk about a couple things about this game really fast. Go back. Go back now. Let's talk about our walling, actually. Like really early. So now, every single time you play a game as Terran, I want you to wall the exact same way every time. At least until we get to Diamond League. Okay? So, what we're going to learn now with proper walling setup, this is going to be the way we're going to set up walls until we get to Diamond League. And from there, we'll talk more about how we can set up certain base setups that make sense for, beyond that point. But again, all of Silver League now, all of Gold League, all of Platinum League, we're going to do this wall setup every single time. And we're going to make sure we do it properly. So, first things first. You have 2 entrances into your base that we need to cover because what are we doing? We're opening up with a fast expand, which is going to have a exposed natural. So first things first is there's like a 6 grid surface area on this ramp, and what I mean by that is there's a 2x2 grid spot here that a depot could fill, which fills in the right side of that, which is 2 grid spots right there. There is a 2x2 depot spot that could fit in here, which fills in this spot right here and this spot right here. And then there's finally a 2x2 depot spot right here that could fill in the last 2 grid spots right there for the ramp. And if you do this there, there, and there, you fill in the 6 grid spots, 2, 1, 1, 2. If you fill in those 6 grid spots, it completely walls the ramp. And you want to completely wall the ramp with Terran. What you can do after that is you can go into the fact that since you're Terran, you can just lower the depot. You can lower the depot and you're good to go. Like you can raise it, lower it, raise it, lower it, and it goes from a wall to no wall to a wall to no wall, and you're good to go. So we're going to build a depot right there. And now we have the depot on the, this is, see how the yellow circle below it is? That's the 2 grid spot right there. There's going to be another grid spot right there and another grid spot right there for the next building. And then finally, the final 2 grid spot here for the bottom depot. Now, the way you can wall properly as well for Terran, you have to do this. We touched on it a little bit during the game, but we'll talk more about it now. If you ever build a building that does not have any type of overlap. So, for instance, if this barracks, instead of being built right there, if it was built right there. And now, look at the green box and look at the depot. It would create a top left to bottom right, corner to corner situation where there is no overlap. And you now would have a situation where units could squeeze through your wall and they could just walk through the corner because small units can fit through the corner. Like workers can fit through it, Zerglings can fit through it, Marines can fit through it. Anything that's really tiny can fit through it. So the way you should know, this is how you can know, is it overlapping or not? I can't really tell. This is how you can tell. If you take one of your buildings and you make a straight line like this and you pierce the building with it on the side of the building like that, does that line go through the other building as well? If the answer is yes, you have a proper wall. If the answer is no, your wall is not correct. So I'll show you this method again when we look at not only our main wall, but we'll do it with our natural wall. And you can do it any direction. It could go like this. It could go like this. It could go on the other side. Or it could go on the other side. But again, remember, a depot is only a 2x2 grid spot. So think about it where like that is where one of the lines would be. That is where one of the lines would be. That is where one of the lines would be. And finally, that is where one of the lines would be. It's not a 3x3, it's a 2x2, and one of the lines represents a grid spot. So you can't make a line like that thin and be like, does that fit? It has to be a grid spot. This game is based off a grid. Now look at when we make the barracks. So for instance, if I take my grid spot here and I go along the south side of the barracks, like notice how the barracks is, a lot larger on the south end. If my grid spot goes over the barracks like this, it does not pierce through the depot. So this spot is not actually walling with the depot in the exact location that I have selected, because this is the bottom part of the racks, the lower half of the racks. But then if I go in the very middle of the racks, on the lower side of the depot, suddenly now there's overlap, so now it's a proper wall. And if I go over here to the top grid of the racks, it goes to the top grid of the depot. And the way you can learn this, to make this ideally not confusing, is if we had... if you just think about it in the terms of a grid, a barracks is 3x3, so there's 9 boxes. A depot is 2x2, so there's 4 boxes, and the top 4 boxes, or all the 4 boxes of the depot, overlap with the top 6 boxes of the racks. Only the bottom 3 boxes of the grid don't actually overlap with the depot, but it's appropriate though, and the reason why is because there is like I said before. The way you wall a ramp is there is a 1 pixel or a 1 grid spot there and a 1 grid spot here that needs to be filled in, because if you don't fill it in, you're going to have a 3x3 spot here that needs to be filled up, and it's going to be a problem. So if you tuck a building into this like corner grid spot here, it connects to the depot. It can also then connect to the other depot. So now if I build one more depot right there where my mouse selection is, we're going to have a full wall in here that's going to be proper. It's going to be super good. So again, if we pierce it, it's correct. If we pierce it, it's good. As long as you have 1 overlap, it's good. That's all you need. Just 1 overlap. You don't need 2. 2 is also fine, but you just need at least 1, and your wall is actually a wall. And then from the rest of this, we're still doing the build as always. We're still doing everything normally as we did before. The only thing we're doing now different about our build that's not the same is the depot that, or sorry, the SCV that builds the barracks is always going to, as soon as he's done building the barracks, right click your opponent's mineral line at the natural, and then shift right click the opponent's, or your own mineral line at your own natural. Now let's explain why do we do this. The reason why we do this is because we'll get our SCV up there right now and we'll see it. Okay, right now your SCV is getting in there. So the SCV goes like this. This is our vision, right? We go like this with the scout. I don't even need you to look at it, by the way. So let me say what I want you to do first, and then let me explain why I don't have you do more for now. So all I want you to do is, if you look at the mini map. So you're doing your base. You're like, I'm making Marines. I'm making SCVs. I'm setting up my depot. I'm making sure I get ready to build my factory when I need to build my factory. All these things need to be like slamming appropriately, right? So like right now, we're ready to build the factory. Are we going to build the factory? Should happen anytime, any moment now. And there we go. We're getting ready to build the factory, and there we go. And blah, blah, blah. Wonderful. And you know what we can do? We can look at the mini map and see, hey, there's a big blue box right there. I don't want you to think too hard about it. I don't want you to be like, I need to know the exact build my opponent's doing in every which way. And again, I'm going to explain that in just a second. All I want you to know is, did your opponent expand by now or not? And when I mean by now, I'm very specific when I say scout with your SCV that builds the barracks. As soon as he's done, go find out if he built a natural. Okay? I get that vibe, but holy fuck, that grid explanation felt overcomplicated. Don't worry. We're going to come back to it with the depots again. Don't worry. It's not that it's super fucking not complicated. I hope to God people can understand it. So all we did here was we look at the mini map. We don't have to click his base. I don't got to click it. Literally, I don't got to be like, what is that? What are these units? What are those? I just got to be like, is there a big blue box in the middle of his mineral line? If the answer is yes, well then all that means is we don't need a bunker. That's the only thing about our build that changes. Means we don't need a bunker. If there wasn't a natural there, I'd be like, you need a bunker. Build a bunker. Build that shit. I'm sure it's going to happen at some point in this video. We're probably going to play a player who's going to all in us at some point. It does happen all the time. So we'll get to a game eventually when I will build a bunker. But for now, our opponent, but for a fast expand, we did not need a bunker. So that's the only thing I want you to know. Scout his base with the SCV, and then your SCV immediately comes back and it starts mining from your natural. Why does it start mining from your natural? Because by then your main base should be pretty much fully saturated when it gets back here. And you're not going to have to like reorganize your SCVs because he'll already be mining the natural. So it's fine. It's all good. And okay, now, so we talked about like what you should be doing, okay, and why you should be doing it. But now let's talk about the scout of why you shouldn't scout deeper. We're going to eventually scout deeper into the guy's base. This is not going to be how I'm going to get you to GM, okay? This is just how I'm going to be to get you to Gold League. Because here's why. Most players, when I say most, I'm being very nice. I do mean all, but I'm saying most because I'm just going to be nice. You might be the odd guy who's super smart about how he scouts, but let's be real. Every silver player fucks up their scouting, and this is how I think silver players scout. If you scouted his base, I'm going to give an example, okay? This follow along with me really fast. What just don't even, like, obviously it's going to be a YouTube video, so you can think for yourself, but just look at his base and tell me what you think this means, okay? We're going to pretend we're going to scout this. Okay, this SV goes into his base. Goes up the ramp. Goes into the base. Now you're back. Now, literally, what do you think happened? What do you think happened right there? Think about it for just like a second. Be like, what did I just see? Most Zerg players, or sorry, most silver players don't know how to analytically read what they see in terms of scouting. They have no idea. And so far, all I'm trying to teach you guys is you scout the natural after your racks. That means if there is a natural, you're totally fine to progress your build, and you're probably, with a high chance, not going to die. There's a very low chance you're going to die. People sometimes do really weird things, like pull their entire mineral line and attack you or something. But chances are you're going to be fine if there's a natural. If there is no natural, it means you probably need to make a bunker, because what if your opponent's one base all-inning you, and if you don't have a bunker, you might die. That's the only thing we're looking at right now. But now, if we talk about what we just scouted in the main, if your answer to what we just looked at in the main, if you are anyone who says anything like this guy's going to go Mutalisk. I can feel it. This guy's going to go Lurker build. This guy's going to go for Nidus Roaches. This guy's 100% going Ultralisk. I know that this guy is going to go Mass Swarm Hosts. This guy is going for a Ling Baneling all-in. He's going for Roach Ravager all-in. If you think any of those, he's going for Mass Hydras. He's doing vibes B2GM. He's going Mass Hydras. If you think any of these are what he's doing, you've already thought way too hard about it. Because if you think about it, you probably think about it like this. You're like, okay, well, Vibe asked me to think about what he's doing, and let's see. He is a Zerg player, and previously on Ladder, I've played Zergs, and the most annoying thing that I've played against, that I fucking hate, is Mutalisk. So, for the love of God, I hope he's not going Mutas, but I have bad luck, and I feel like it's going to be Mutas. If that's like your breakdown in your head about how you scout someone's build, don't fucking scout their build. That is not at all accurate in any way. Here's what you should think. This is what you should think, and this is why I don't want you to scout into his base, because this is what you should be thinking when you scout someone's base. All this means is that he's playing economically. That's all it means. All it means is he's playing economically. You're not getting all in yet. You could happen still, but yet. You're not getting all in yet. Why are you not getting all in yet? Because that exists. But he has not, like, when you scout into his base, watch this, okay? We'll go back in again. Make another pass and look at this. The Zerg player does not have Zergling speed started yet, so he did not rush gas. Also, if he rushes gas, that's going to be late. This proves that the fact that this hatchery is almost done, and this hatchery doesn't have a queen yet, means that the hatchery and the pool were really close together. Because if the pool already had a queen out and the hatchery was only like halfway done, it's definitely pool first. Now here's another idea to look at. He only has 2 drones on the gas. Anyone who has less than 3 drones on the gas means that they're probably not going to all-in you. Like right away. Because if someone's going to all-in you with no gas, the only option that they have is Zerglings. Yeah. And mass Zerglings is not going to be a big deal for us.
Nothing like B2GM to remind me how far I have to go.
Oh, thank you very much, Crackbot. Appreciate the 10 months, dude. Thank you. So as I was saying, the only build he can do if he goes very light on the gas would be something like mass Zerglings. Because everything else costs gas. And quite a bit of it. But if the guy goes for like mass Lings, your build already is preset designed to wall your base off with depots, and mass Lings will not break that. Like, it's very high. And you also, what do we also say with your first tank always? Put it on the high ground. So low chance for you to die if your first tank is on the high ground against mass Lings only. So what this means is, this is how you should read this build. You look at this build immediately and go like this. There's not a lot of gas. This guy went for an early hatchery. He's playing economical so far. All this means is that he's set up his build for drones. And he hasn't made a choice yet as to what he's doing. If you at all answered, he's going Mutas, he's going Ultras, he's going Hydras, he's doing something like that, you don't even know what he's doing yet. You have no idea what he's doing yet because you haven't confirmed anything. All you know is that he's not all-inning you. So the way you should look at StarCraft 2, this is how scouting works in StarCraft 2 at high level. I'm going to explain this, and this is why I don't want you to do it yet, because I don't think players in Silver League can handle this yet. We're going to grow you as a player with scouting little by little over time. But this is what StarCraft 2 is, okay? The game starts. As the game starts, there's 100 builds your opponent could do. 100 of them. And then the second you brought your SCV over here and scouted the natural and ran back, you know what that just did? It took the range of 100 builds and just went... There's only 50 builds you can do now. Half the builds are already deleted. He can't one base Ravager all on you. He can't one base Link Bana on you. He can't hatchery proxy you with spines. He can't hatchery proxy with queens and roaches. He can't do a one base tech build into layer roaches. He can't do a one base tech build into layer mutas. He can't do a one base layer tech build into blah 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 blah. He can't do a one base hive tech build into blah 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 blah. He can't do builds that are hyper aggressive or super hyper tech focused where they go super fast into like tier 3, tier 2 tech. He can't do them anymore. And why can he not do them? Because he prioritized an expansion before gas. He did not go double gas and expand really fast. You can't afford all of that. You can't afford it. So we already know his whole range of builds just went way the fuck down. Now, as we grow as a player in like Gold League and stuff and Platinum League, we're gonna do follow-up scouts as we go. We're gonna scout more often than just the one time. And it's going to be things like, what is he doing as a follow-up to that? Then we can check more things about his base. And it once again takes not only the range of builds down from like 50 down to like 25. There's only like 25 builds he can do now. Because, and why do we know that? Is he or is he not constantly mining gas? If the guy expands first and he keeps mining gas, he's going to do a build that is still economically focused but can still follow into a tech build or a timing attack. And if he doesn't keep mining gas, and he like stops mining gas altogether, and he goes into like a speedling build, it means he's going to do a build that is very economically focused, that is very focused on minerals mostly. So that is like all these things are why it's so much shit to look at here, and you fucking don't know anything from this scout that you just did other than the fact that you're not going to get attacked really fast. That's it. He's doing some type of an economically focused build. That's all you should know. In Silver League, keep it super simple. You go, oh, expansion, no need for bunker because I'm not getting attacked. Or, oh, no expansion, I need to make a bunker because I could get attacked. That doesn't guarantee it, means you could get attacked. You're having the bunker when you scout no natural increases the chances you don't die. That's all it does. So if you're not going to do proper timing scouting follow-ups, which I don't expect a Silver player to do, don't even bother doing the scout in the first place in the main base because it doesn't fucking tell you much. This already tells you so much as it is. We're going to follow up scouts. Again, as we in Gold League, we're going to do more scouting. Platinum League, we're going to do more scouting. Diamond and Masters, we're going to do more advanced like technical scouting. But for now, it's just natural or no natural. So that's why I don't want you to do it. Because and here's the final reason why. Remember how I asked you all, like, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Everybody who scouts inside StarCraft 2 tends to think about what is their opponent doing. And the less that you understand about the game, the more time you spend thinking about what they're doing. And the higher chance you now as a player have a tendency to now overreact to what they possibly could be doing. So, for instance, I would not be surprised if a Silver player went like this. Like, literally goes in the base, goes around and goes, oh my god, he's got a gas. He's going mutas. Everybody goes mutas. Or, you know, you wouldn't even say gas. You would say, oh my god, he's Zerg. And he's got creep. There's a spawning pool. And I know he's going to go mutas. And then you scout this and you just think to yourself, I feel like this is a muta build. The last guy I played who went mutas, his base looked like this. And then suddenly you make an engineering bay and you make like 7 fucking turrets on both sides of your base. And the guy goes for roaches and you're like, what? Wait, what? And not only did you spend like 30 seconds overthinking like mutas, and you slow your build down because you're not even macroing while you're like panicking, but you also overreact and panic to something that might not even happen. So I don't want Silver players, I don't want you to scout the main base yet. Because again, I want you to just straight up understand that this is very comfortable information and I want you to get comfortable with it. I want you to be like, okay, cool. I feel confident in my own macro that I won't die if he attacks me because he's expanded. Because there's no way I'm going to have a Zerg who has like 40 supply over me and he's barreling down my base with a shitload of units when I have nothing because a hatchery exists right now. He literally expanded. He did not proxy you with roaches and he did not go for pool first and like save larvae and make roaches or something. He didn't do any of that. So if you didn't do that, you should feel confident that you can go, okay, I could do my build now and do my tanks and my marines. And I could easily defend an attack if he does attack me because I'll have my units as well at the same time. That's what it means. So, again, lastly, that's the only reason. That's why I want you to only scout the natural. You just want to understand what the natural even means because this already is all the information you really want. This is like when you scout someone's base at this point in the game, that right there is like 75% of all the information you would want anyways, even at like fucking GM level. This is so massive at this time of the game. You don't need to fucking go like this, like hold shift and click, 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 click. I see people do this all the time too, where they literally go into someone's base and they go like this. They move command, click, 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 like 50 fucking mouse clicks in their base, and they're like, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Scouting. What the fuck are you scouting? Why do you have to take 30 seconds to put like 40 laps on your SCV in the main base? Like, what does that do? What are you doing? I'm going to scout. What? You've already scouted that he's not going to attack you. Who gives it? Like, your SCV is going to die to a queen before it even figures anything out. And if you think you figured anything out, you're just going to panic and be like, I know it's mutas. I can feel it. Everybody does it. Sarah won a tournament going mutas recently. Everyone's going to copy it. I know it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You don't just... Scouting is not about guessing. It's about ruling out builds your opponent can't do and fine-tuning your vision on the builds that they can do. No aggressive attacks off of one base. No idea how you understand the Silver League mindset so well as a GM player. It's super insightful. It's because I've been a coach. I have been offering coaching in StarCraft 2 for like 8 years. And I have coached many fucking silver players over the years. And this is how all of them think. They fucking panic. And they waste a shitload of time doing things that they don't need to do. And then if they're wrong, which a lot of times they are, they're like, this guy's going fucking ultras. And the guy goes, like in like Roach Ravager. Oh no. Whoops. Prepared for the... I thought about the wrong thing. Oh, my bad. It's like, what gave you the indication he was going ultras? I played a guy yesterday. He went ultras. Okay. No. That doesn't mean anything. Okay, so now going forward. So that's all. That's a bit of a rundown on scouting. We're not going to do that every game. But again, that's why we added in scouting now for the natural in Silver League and what it means. Just understand, is your opponent going to be aggressive or not? That's all it means. Is he going to be aggressive or is he going to be economical? Don't forget, the golden rule of everything we've taught you so far is efficiency beats non-efficiency. That's everything. So now check this out. Remember how I was talking about the grid overlap with the line? Remember how I was talking about that? Look at this. So look. See how the top depot does not overlap? The top grid of the 2x2 depot does not overlap with a reactor. It doesn't overlap. But now notice how the bottom grid of the depot does overlap with the top grid of the reactor. That's what I mean by overlap. This is now a wall. So if a unit tries to run between that, there is a grid overlap there. And again, don't be confused, guys. Picture a depot as a 4-box grid because this building, if you look at a depot, can I fucking select it in this? I can't select it in the observer. My bad. But it's literally, like you can see in the build grid, it has like box, 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 box all around it. It's just 4 boxes in the middle of a bunch of boxes. And also another thing to note, the grid size is exactly the same the entire time. Just, nobody get confused about that. It's not like some of the grid spots are that big, and then some of them are that big, and then some of them are that big, and then some of them are that big, and some are that big, and some are this big. No, they're always like this big. Every single time. They're always like that fucking big every time. So a barracks is literally 9 of those. 3x3. A depot is 4 of those. 2x2. A reactor is 4 of those. 2x2. A tech lab is 4 of those. 2x2. A gas, I think, is 9 of those. 3x3. A command center, I think, is 25 of those. 5x5. That's the point I'm trying to make here. As to what this means, okay? So now look at my natural. Look at my natural. Watch how we build the second depot as we make an example for a bad wall. We make an example for a bad wall. Check this out. So this is on purpose a bad wall to show you an example of what not to do. So notice how we built the depot right here. This depot and this depot, guys. And I walk a marine through it. See how that marine fits through those depots? That's not ideal. Now watch the grid spot I'm talking about. A depot is 2 by 2. Now let's put a line going straight up vertically through the left side of the depot. Right here. Okay, watch. Left side of the depot. It does not overlap the right side of the depot above it. There is no overlap. It misses it barely. Now, look at the top of the depot. If we put a horizontal line going to the left and right, it does not overlap with the depot above it. There is no overlap. Like, the buildings also look a bit weird when they're currently in construction because the circle is a bit wider. It makes it fucking weird. But you get the point. There's no, like, the depot itself does not have overlap with the other depot. There is no overlap with this depot. That's why a marine can fit through. Now watch when I cancel the depot. Watch when I cancel it. I'll cancel it right now, and I'll build it in a proper spot. What do? I move it up by 1 grid spot. Just 1 grid spot. And now look. Now this depot and this depot are clearly not at the same level. They are clearly not at the same grid height because it's a diagonal line going down to the right. It's not a perfectly horizontal line of yellow boxes. Or yellow circles, rather. So now, look at this. The top of this depot right here, if I make a line that goes like this, there is no intersection between the top of the first depot and the top of the second depot. So horizontally, it misses right there. What about here, vertically? There is no intersection vertically either for these depots. There's no intersection right here. They're not built vertically stacking. There is no intersection as well on the very bottom of this second depot either. However, if you look at the bottom of the first depot and the top of the second depot right here, there is a super obvious intersection right here. So if we have, again, if we're talking about, like, think about like Tetris, okay? Think about Tetris. If we have 2 boxes like this, where it's like we have 1 box like this, Jesus, I need to make a box. If we have a box like that, and it's like a Tetris block that's like this. It's like one of these Tetris blocks, okay? Think about it like this. It's like one of these things. Let's say it's a green Tetris block. If we put a Tetris block like that as well, right there, that won't fucking work. There's no intersection. If we put it like this right here, that won't work. There's no intersection. That doesn't work. No intersection. This doesn't work. No intersection. It's corner to corner missing. However, if you overlap any grid like that, suddenly it works because a line can go through it like that. And it fits. It like actually blocks. So you can do it like this, right there. You could do it like this, right there. You could do it the exact opposite spot, right there. You could do it like this, right here. You could do it instead of all those, you could do it like this. You could do it like this. I hope this is making sense. You just need 1 grid overlap spot on your wall. That's all you need. Because if you put a line through it for the 1 grid spot, it connects the buildings. So the way I made depots was like this. This is how I made depots. I did not go like this. I did not make my depot wall like this. I didn't go like that. This is my depot wall. Nope. I did not do that. Because if I do that, you know what happens if I make a depot wall like that? Lings can run through the wall like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. They can run through the corner every time. You don't want that. The way I made my depot wall, instead of like that, was I made it like this. First building. Second building. Third building. Fourth building. And now, lings that try to run through the wall, instead of running straight through the corner, they go like this. Oh, shit. Oh, okay, we're stuck every time. They get stuck. They don't go through because it's actually a block. It's a overlap of grid section. That is what I mean by properly walling a base. Do not ever fucking do corner to corner. It does not work. As we just showed you right here. Look at the marine. It fits through the corner to corner block. It doesn't do shit for a wall. That's corner to corner. Doesn't do anything. But now, again, if we make the other wall, watch the Marine this time. I say, Marine, go through the wall. Go through it. And what does he do? He goes around it. And just like if I make another one right there, he'll go even more around it. If I make another one there, he'll go even more around it. And if I make another one there, it's fully walled and he can't go around it anymore. So that is why we're doing what we're doing. That's how it makes sense. I hope that makes sense. This is super important though to know this. You need to do this. Now look at this. Our opponent actually set up some lings. But just so you guys know, look at it's 12 lings. And look what we have already. We have 2 tanks and we have 6 we have 7 Marines. We have 7 Marines and 2 tanks versus 12 lings. We would easily destroy 12 lings right now if they attacked our base. Especially if the lings attack this depot first. Because look at this tank's range. It can shoot all the way to there. How can I tell that? Look at the white dots. This represents siege tank range. Right here. There's another dot right there behind the hit point bar of the depot. And so on and so on. The tank can shoot pretty damn far. So if this tank got a good shot off as well, and like 5 lings, it would kill almost all of them. And now from here, again, at this point now, we're doing everything the way we were before, except one now additional thing again. We're going to do something with the factory now. Like we touched on it a little bit in bronze, but now we're really going to do it consistently. If our opponent goes for mutas, like air units. If our opponent goes for air units, you know what we're going to add into our build? We're going to add in a Thor with this factory. We're going to go Marines, Medevacs, and Thor. If our opponent does not go air, we're going to go Marines, Medevacs, and Hellbats from this point on. So super easy peasy. And here's the thing. If your opponent does not attack you, and you have no idea what he's going because you're not scouting his base at all, go Hellbats as a default. Just go Hellbats by default. But the second you get attacked, the second you defend an air unit, you can start making Thors. That's fine. Because here's why. Another reason why that makes sense for Silver League. If you don't even know he's going air because you haven't looked at his base at all, really, you've just done the scouting on the minimap and you're kind of playing the game off the minimap and you're macroing your little heart out. If your army never has to play defensive and you're always playing aggressive, it means you're probably winning the game anyways. So even if he does have air, your Marines are already getting the job done. So if you're defensively being pressured by like Mutas or Phoenix or something and you're like, this is super annoying, start going Thors with your build. Like add in a Thor, one Thor at a time with your Marines and it's fine. Just like a little bit of Thor support to the Marines. Otherwise, it's just Hellbats. That's what we're going to be doing in Silver League now. So it's mostly Hellbats. Sometimes we might go Thor. Okay, now we'll speed it up now and go kind of to the end here because we'll now kind of look at the supply. Again, we're watching supply for efficiency. Zerg player has decent drone count. We definitely have a good SCV count though. I feel like a low league player would place tanks right behind the depots, but Vibe never said why he doesn't do that. Fair point. Okay, I'll talk about that really fast. Okay, so tank placement really fast. First tank, always put it on the high ground. And don't just put it like, don't siege it like right there. Be like, it's on the high ground. Don't do that. Put it on the furthest most cliff overlooking your natural on the high ground. And where is that? That's like right here. Another thing to be careful of is don't put it directly on the depot. If you put it directly on the depot, you actually cannot uplift the depot. You can't raise it. The depot will be like, there's a tank in the way. Can't do it. So if you're not good at eyeballing it, an easy way to fix it would be raise your depot, move your tank over there, then siege your tank, and then you can then lower and raise your depot at will because your tank can't move anymore once it's sieged. And if it was already raised when you sieged it, it means it won't be blocking it when it's lowered. So that's a good way to do your first tank, but just again, overlooking the natural on a cliff in front of your natural. Second tank should always go in the middle of your depot wall at the natural and put it a little bit away from the wall like this. Why do I do this? A tank can't even shoot as far as its range is because it can't see as far as it can shoot. So let me explain the concept of a tank really fast. A tank, like Look at this tank. This tank is a perfect example. I have no buildings in front of it because it's the furthest most out thing in the game in my base on the north side here. So look at how far a tank can shoot, and notice how there's fog of war right here. That large of a grid, that large of a space there, is representing how far a tank can see to how far a tank can shoot. Tanks do not automatically shoot units in fog of war. They have to see something to shoot it. So what that means is you need to have something to spot for the tank to give the tank maximum range, which is why if you move your tank back a little bit, your depots will give you more vision outwards, and now suddenly you're able to actually shoot max range as far as the depots can see. You can barely see more vision from where the tank can shoot. It's barely more. So this is a pretty good, well-placed tank. This tank is also a very well-placed tank. I can barely see that far. Like that right there is the difference right there of vision of that depot to where my tank is located. This depot right there is giving vision to there, and that tank right there is giving range to there. So what you want to do is you want to put your tanks, again, a little bit back because it doesn't change how far they can shoot because you can't even see as far as you can shoot, like we said before with this one up here, where that's fucked up right there, right? But the big thing it does, again, besides the fact that it still maximizes your tank range, is that if your opponent runs to your wall with range units like roaches or stalkers or marines or marauders or whatever, if the tank is not directly at the wall, the units that want to kill the tank have to run deeper and deeper and deeper into tank fire to then hit the tank. Your tanks are harder to kill when they're further back, like this. So if you get all in by shit, your tanks will last longer, which means that they'll get more shots off. And if they get more shots off, they do a shitload of damage. Chances are you're not going to die. So definitely want to put your tanks about this far away from the depot wall. You can eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Practice it. If you know, again, the way how do I know it's perfect, Vibe? Click a depot and click a tank and look and see how comparable your range of vision is and your range of tank is. If your tank is like way the fuck back here and your vision is way up here, and that's how big, like if it's that much of a difference right here to this, it means you might have put your tanks too far back or too far forward or some shit if it's all fucked up. So it's a kind of a guessing game. Again, this is perfect setup right here, but it's a guessing game to like put your tanks with your depots in a nice organized way. That's how you ideally want to do it. So again, this gives you perfect range of fire for your tanks for the range of vision you have. And it decreases the chances that if range units run up to your wall from your enemy, that your tanks will automatically get shot. Because you got to realize that, like, for instance, if what if like a stalker showed up to your base, and a stalker could shoot your tanks from right here, if your tank was right there. If your tank was tucked into the depot wall, a stalker could shoot you like right there. But now, because your tank is further back, take the exact same range that the tank is away from the depot wall to now moving from the green box where it is now towards the depot wall. And a stalker would have to move from where it is now in the green box to like right there to shoot your tank. Which means the stalker now has to run into the depot wall to shoot tanks. And that means that some of the stalkers might not even be able to shoot because if there's like 8 stalkers, maybe only 2 can shoot. And the other 6 behind them are like running in circles being like, we're out of range, we're out of range, we're out of range. We can't shoot it yet. We'll wait until stalkers in the front die and then we'll get closer and shoot instead. So you limit DPS of your opponent this way. And then you also, again, it just buys you more time to shoot with your tanks. So it increases the chance of you dying to an all-in. Or, it decreases the chance of you dying to an all-in drastically. So tank placement is actually super huge. You want to also, not only this, but you put your first tank on the high ground, because if you get really early one base all-in, this will help a lot. Second tank goes in the very middle of your wall. Third tank goes on either side, and fourth tank, if you make it, goes on either side. Fourth tank is optional. You can make it if you want to. You don't have to make the fourth tank, but you have to make 3 tanks. You have to make 3 tanks. It's mandatory. If you don't make 3 tanks, there's a chance you might die if someone's aggressive in low leagues like this. Because again, we're not really microing. So all we do again is second tank goes in the middle of the depot wall at a nice distance from it. That's good range for the depot vision. Tank 3 and 4 just kind of fill in the gaps. You like go to the right of the tank, go to the right of the second tank, go to the left of the second tank. Just fill in the area. It's fine, and keep their tanks all at range a bit. And that's really all it is with tanks.
Base is under attack.
Ready for desktop. FPV ready.
And now we're just going back into, again, to our old build again with weapon upgrades for armory, weapon and armor upgrades for engineering bay. We're getting blue flame and smart servos for the factory, which is going to be up. Let me explain this really fast. Blue flame just makes Hellions better, or especially more often what we're going to want to use is Hellbats. It makes Hellbats do more damage. It makes Hellions also do more damage, but it's just a good upgrade to have. It fucking owns light armored units. We'll talk more about armor of things again, probably around like Diamond League. But Hellions do really well against a certain type of unit in this game called light, and they're just tanky as well. They absorb damage. If they're in Hellbat mode, they get healed by Medivacs, whereas if they're in Hellion mode, they don't get healed by Medivacs. So Hellbats are super good for what we're doing here. And then finally, we want to get smart servos. And what smart servos does is it increases the speed of which your units transform. And the units it transforms speeds with is like everything except for I think a Liberator and a siege tank. So it says Hellbats, Hellions, Vikings, and Thors. So yeah, it does not affect a Liberator, and it does not affect a siege tank, but it does affect Hellbats and Thors, which is what we're actually going to make out of the factories from now on. Thor, if they make air units and they attack us, and we go, oh, air, let's make Thor. Or Hellbat if we have good pacing and we're just controlling the game. Hellbat otherwise. So if you ever fuck up and you're like, oh god, I gotta make Hellbats, they go like super fast, switch over. Same thing with a Thor. We'll talk more about a Thor later. We're probably not going to switch the attack mode of a Thor for now. Just again, because if you're going to make air, if you're going to make Thors for anti-air, you actually want to leave them by default on the mode they're in. So don't worry about Thors right now. We'll talk about Thors later. It's really just in case you fuck up the Hellbats and they're currently in Hellion mode and you go, oh, I need to make Hellbats really quickly. It just makes it easier. And by the way, we're going to use it more. We're actually going to use this upgrade more later on once we get higher and higher and higher with things that actually make sense. And we'll explain that when we get there, like throughout the leagues. But for now, it's really mostly just for Hellions. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now look at the, again, going back to the original points of what we always make. Look at the supply. Look at the supply. Efficient play, right? We're just crushing the economy. We're crushing the supply. And we're maxing out by 1030. We actually maxed out this game by like 1045, I think, or something like that.
Add-on complete.
And then we push, and when we push, now what we're going to do, this is another difference in our technique with Terran now. We're no longer going to just, from our base, go A move, shift A move, shift A move. We're not going to do that. We're going to set up our army just outside our opponent's base, wherever we're ready to attack at. Go right outside where it is. Stop, group up your whole army there. And then, as soon as you want to attack, now that your army's all grouped up here right now, then you go A move, shift A move, shift A move, and then right after you set up your A move, shift A move, shift A move, stim pack right away. You fucking stim right away after you set up your shift A move. But again, you execute the A move from in front of their base. You always do it from right in front of their base. You don't do it from your base. And why are we doing it like this? How come we're doing it like, why does this make sense? Like, what's the difference between before and after? Medivacs are faster than Marines. So if you do it from your base, by the time you get to a point like right here, if your bio just got right here, your Medivacs wouldn't be right here as well. Your Medivacs would be like right there. They would be way the fuck further forward. And as soon as Medivacs get too far away from Marines, they don't just go, oh, a Marine's in trouble, we gotta go heal him. They just never heal your Marines anymore because they're out of range, and they'll just go suicide in the base and die. So it's like you're not even using Medivacs. So now with the way we're doing it, the Medivacs will stay near the Marines because by the time you're getting ready to take the fight, the Medivacs are still near the Marines, and the stim pack you do is going to tell the Medivacs to stay near the Marines because they're going to be healing the Marines. And by then, your enemy will engage you, and your Medivacs will be in the area, and they'll actually help you. So as you can see, the Medivacs are not just flying away and going, oh, we got to leave. Fuck our bio. They're still here.
Mineral field depleted. Add-on complete. Mineral field depleted.
Also, another cool thing to note about a Medivac is when a Marine is not currently auto-attacking something, if a Marine is not currently attacking a hostile target, a Medivac will literally, even if it's on a move, if it's just walking with nothing nearby, a Medivac will be like, There's nothing going on. Let's fly at full speed. And they will slowly outrange a Marine. And they'll slowly fly away from a Marine. But notice, watch the medevacs really fast. Notice how the medevacs, even though they're not healing, what are they doing? They're like hovering over Marines, just like staring at them. And why are they doing that? Because the AI for a medevac is saying to itself, I am prepared to heal a Marine if it takes any damage because the Marines that are under me are currently in combat. So there's like a combat situational moving thing for a medevac. It will literally stick near the Marines as long as they're in combat. Which is, again, the whole reason why we're going to stack our army outside of our opponent's base first, and then once our army groups up, then we go in and, you know, go for the forward.
Please stop telling these Terrans how to beat my Zergas.
Thank you very much, Divided Sky, for the bits. I'm sorry, dude. Don't worry. Watch the Zerg series. I'll tell you how to beat Terran.
Mineral field.
Okay, nice. So that was a long analysis for the first game, and again, I feel like the first one is always the longest one because I want to break down all the new shit we're doing and the new. We always want to break down the new shit we're kind of covering inside of the league, but that went pretty well. That went well. Yeah, it was a lot of tips, lots of tips there for Terran players. So now all the other replays we do from here on out are probably going to be a little bit faster. We're going to go a little bit faster now. So anyone out there who's wondering, like, Jesus, Vibe, are all the analysis going to be this long? Like, twice as long analysis as the game length was? No, I was just explaining the new concepts. So now we got a Terran versus Terran. It doesn't matter what race it is either. We're still going to wall our base properly as properly as we can. We want to do the wall-ins we talked about, all that stuff. We're always going for it like that.
SCV ready. Gotcha.
Against Terran, should you aim for Marines or medevacs first? What are you talking about? Are you talking about killing their shit? What again? What league is this again? This is one of those questions. I should never read this question, honestly. Equinox, I love you, man. But if this is a question that's relating to like a diamond player or like a masters player, I will say again, we'll get there eventually.
In the rear with the gear.
But there should be no focus firing be happening at all in Silver League. There should be 0 micro for you.
Yep.
And again, to answer your question really, really fast for a higher level player, situational. It's situational. It's not always the same. It depends what is happening.
Love your work, Vibu. Loving the B2GM.
Yo, thank
Hope
you, dude.
you're well. Mergly Gurgle.
Gurgle, dude.
SCV
Murgle,
ready.
motherfucking gurgle. Thank you very much, Dr. Ditto, for the biddies, man. Much love.
Big job, huh? SCV ready.
Okay, so we're gonna make our SCV go scout towards his natural, come back. We can take our expansion and also take our orbital command.
SCV ready. Bad
Nice,
news.
nice.
Yeah, whatever.
Nice, 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 nice.
This better be good.
Let's make our
Yes, sir.
thingy.
Huh? Roger.
Command center upgrade complete.
Bad news.
Okay, so guys, look what I saw. No natural. What are we gonna do? We're gonna build a bunker. So now this SCV that's coming back,
What's going
we're gonna tell this SCV, but as soon as it gets back home, we're gonna build a bunker with it. We need it to build a bunker because we don't know if we're gonna die now. I don't fucking know. Well, again, we're not worrying about scouting too hard. We're not gonna overthink things and be like, I gotta overthink this and like figure things out. I'm so confused.
ready?
No, just build a bunker. Build your bunker also closer to your command center. So we still want to make a depot wall. We just want to have a bunker that will be available in case we need it. It's like a fallback.
Ready.
Okay, so let's start another barracks. Start a tech lab on this factory. Put them in our group 4. Rally them to the front. Take another gas. And again, the only difference is on the minimap I saw no expansion. 0, nothing. So I'm not going to play it fast and loose here and die. I'm just going to make a bunker. Call it a day. That way if he does attack us, we have so much more capability to not die here. Okay, we'll make a tank. Keep making marines.
Complete.
Okay, let's saturate our gas.
Command center upgrade complete.
And now let's start making depots just like before.
Yeah. You want to SCV ready.
Put one more, take our tech lab, make more marines, take our starport. And now we can rally our natural, our main to our natural. And we can tell this SCV building the starport to now also shift, go to the natural. Okay, first tank. So here's how I was talking about the first tank with the raised depot thing. Don't push your tank like this, because if you put your tank on the depot like that and you say, depot, oh god, raise, it can't do it. So what you can do to make your tank perfectly placed, if you're not sure how to eyeball it, raise your depot, right click your tank in the area, and then go, okay, this looks good, siege it, and now you can always lower and raise your depot and not have to worry about that. Okay, so we're making marines, we're making tanks, we're making a reactor on the starport we just made. Let's actually go down, because again, this wall is a bit further down this time, so we'll actually go down vertical. Or, sorry, kind of horizontally down. Yeah, I don't know why I meant to say vertical line, but you get the point. We're just going down and to the left now. We're going to make a stim pack. We can make a couple more depots in my main base. Let's just grab some SCVs and go depot, depot, depot. One more tank and we'll stop at 3 tanks this time. Same thing again. Let's try and make our tank kind of like a little bit away from the wall. So look at the vision and look at the depot. You could also eyeball it and be like, let's say you do this. For instance, let's say you do this. Let's say the guy goes like this. Is that what Vibe said? No. I'm in the fog of war with my tank little dots here. Let's go back. All right, go back. You're like, all right, is this what Vibe said? No, I'm at the depot. I'm literally at the depot wall. All right. This one's gotta be what Vibe said right here. Yeah, it's close enough, right? It's good. Look at that. That's like perfect. That's like right on the fog. So just you can experiment with it. Just get more comfortable with it. Okay, so we have a couple of gases. Let's make another command center. And let's make more depots. So depot, command center. Go to the natural after the command center. Wall this off entirely. And now we start making Hellions. Start getting blue flame. Start getting combat shield as well. Actually, no, sorry, don't get blue flame yet. I don't know why I said that. Do not get blue flame yet. There's more important things to do right now. Get blue flame much. Even if you forget blue flame, it's okay. It's not even the end of the world. Definitely don't prioritize blue flame over combat shield or 1/1 upgrades though. Those are way more important. Okay, get more depots. Keep making units. Make Hellion. Also, look at our rally, right? Take Selectable Army. Right click our base. Right click our buildings in the area too, so we're not going to mess this up. We can build another command center up here. And why are we doing that? Same concept as before, because we're getting a really full saturated natural here, and this base needs to still become an orbital command, and by the time it becomes one, this base is going to be like fully saturated right away. So this is going to take the excess that goes over. If you do this a little bit later, that's fine as well. I just did it because the SCV ran out of depots to build, so he had nothing to do. And it's oversaturated already. Okay. There's an orbital command. Let's start our armory. And now our money again is going to start getting kind of crazy. We can throw a couple mules down here. Add this command center to our control group. Add this command center into our control group. Tell this SCV to hold shift and right click a mineral line. Awesome. Keep making marines. And look at my money. It's going up pretty fast. I cannot spend it. I have everything producing something. So what are we going to do? Let's add 3 racks this time. We need to spend it, right? Let's do something. Just we could have added 4. We could have added 3. We could have added 5. Just add some. Group them into our group and then re-rally the command centers. Or the
Cars
racks.
build when?
No. No cars build. Okay, now let's go ahead and get our bases all now rallied to the expansion of our third base. So take our command centers, right click the mineral line, grab a bunch of SCVs. If we grab mules too, just control click the SCV, right click a patch, drop some mules at it, and now we're still over by 3, so grab it by 3, and we're good to go now. Now we can saturate gas on this base, and look at our economy. We still can't spend it, guys. It's crazy. We're making tons of money. So you know what we should do? Let's add in like 3 more wrecks. 3 more, or maybe like 4 more. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and make some depot, or make some medevacs. Let's go ahead and get nuked right now, and let's go ahead and rebuild that army. Scan that ghost. You're like, oh god, fucking nuke. Okay. And people love nuking in this league, I swear. Or like these lower leagues. They love the nukes. But it doesn't matter, because we can just macro. Oh, that hurt. That was a lot of shit that died, but it's okay. Let's make another planetary fortress. Re-rally to this base. Make another base, because again, this base is going to saturate it pretty fast.
Our SCVs are under attack.
And now he's attacking my main. Let's go ahead and select the army and attack that way. And so now this guy's using ghosts, guys. He's using ghosts. So what are we going to do? Let's add a turret. Let's add a turret. Let's add a turret. Hold shift, middle line. Make a turret. Make a turret. Okay, we just got nuked again. So it's okay. He's still cloaked. Select the army. Go kill that ghost. I know it seems like it's like, oh my god, hellfire, everything is falling apart, but it's not that big of a deal. It's really not that big of a deal. You want to know why? Just keep macroing. Our opponent's playing super flashy and silly. If we just keep macroing, we'll be fine. Get our combat shield. Get our weapons and armor. Get our weapons on our fucking armory. Get our rally point going again. Rally all of our units there. A-move it. Fix my depots. This depot was super fucked. Let's fix it. Let's make some more depots back here. Cool. Keep making SCVs. Where are we at? 76. Almost done. Keep making Marines.
Add-on complete.
Add-on complete. Add-on complete. Make another Hellbat. Make medevacs. Marine or SCVs need to be saturated properly. Let's grab some off here. Let's grab a couple off here because they're going to oversaturate when they come back off the depots. That's oversaturated. That's fully saturated. Let's go here and take another base. Awesome. Make a bunch of Marines. We can drop mules too on like a new base we just took. So drop mule, 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 mule. I held shift and clicked each patch. Make a bunch of Marines. Now we're getting close to maxing out, so let's take a Marine and go up to the top.
What is more impressive,
The
winning
bottom.
2 games in a row as Terran or giving birth to a pineapple?
Oh god. Probably pineapple birth, let's be real. That would fucking hurt.
What's going on?
We can make another turret over here. Let's make another turret here and like here.
Let's
make another turret like
center
here
upgrade
and here,
complete.
and the hold shift and make another one like there and there. And why are we making turrets everywhere? Number 1, we can afford it right now because we have a ton of money. And number 2, this guy's going for a ghost build, so we're just adding in a little bit of a layer of detection around our base. That's all we're doing. It's going to help us see nukes easier if we get nuked again. So we'll see a ghost standing there being like, I'm nuking you. Okay, we're about to max. How's the bases looking? Good, good, good. SCVs, how they looking? We're missing just 3 more and then we're good. Shift 5 this command center right here. And we can actually tell another SCV to come down here and go command center, hold shift, turret, turret, let go of shift, hold shift, right click the mineral line. Now we have another base that's going to get set up. This one just finished, so let's make an orbital. Or sorry, I don't lift it off. Make a planetary, and we're good. And now start 3-3, and look at what we found. We found bases in top right, so let's move our army right here. Why? Because his base is right there. It's right outside his base. Okay, and now look at our money. Lots of money. Look at our production. Only 11. That sucks. Starport, factory. Add more SCVs to this. Racks, 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 and a barracks. Hold shift, or let go of shift, hold shift, right click the mineral patch. Now grab all these buildings we just made. Grab them all. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. And one more up here. Alright, I can't grab it yet because it's not actually been made yet. So shift 4. Now we have 23. Awesome. Now let's take our army and let's go like this. A move on the minimap. A move. Alright, click A. Hover over the base. Hold shift. Click. And click, 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 click. Stim pack right away. Now let's go back to our base. And let's make sure we're macroing like a beast. Now at this point, now you can get blue flame and smart servos.
You're a real one, vibe.
Yo,
Thanks all the guides over the years.
Thank you, Snip. Snip, Snap lol. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. Let's make some tech labs. Let's make a bunch of reactors. Dun, dun, dun. We can grab this racks too because we just started it and re-rally to like right there. He's nuking me right here, so let's just watch it for fun. And whoa. Awesome. Guess what? We're still macroing, guys. Hold down the Marauder button. Hold down the Marine button. Also, we're adding in Marauders. If we have not seen a bunch of air out of our opponent, it's always a good idea now at this point when it's late game. Once you always do this like final racks edition, we just add in 4 tech labs so that we can go into some Marauder production with also Marine production. And we're also maintaining Hellbat production with Medevac production. So the way we macro this is go 4, hold D, let go of it, hold A, let go of it, tab, hold R for a second, let go of it, tab, hold D for a second, and we're good to go. Now go back to our base. It sounds confusing, but it's because Marauder is D, Marine is A, tabbing is going to the factory, R is a Hellbat, tabbing is going to the starport, D is a Medevac. That's all it means. You'll get used to it over time. That's why, and I don't expect you to do it fast, so practice it. Okay, let's go ahead and make another planetary here. Check this base, it's over. Check this base, it's good. Check that base, it's good. Check this base, it's good. We need SCVs there. Just set them up there. This base is over. Transfer some over. And what are we gonna do now? Let's A move towards his base right here. Let's go to like the south end of his base. We just cleared out the top side, guys. We just cleared out the top side. So now let's go clear out the bottom side. Like we'll A move towards his natural again. In a second here. We can start weapon or armor and range for the buildings. Grab SCVs that are idle, send them somewhere new. Drop some mules down on a base, and look at the mini map. Our army just got together; it all gathered. So let's go ahead and A move. We can just like we just cleared out the base, so we can. How about we A move here, A move here, immediately stim pack. This way, our medevacs are not gonna just fucking like freak out and ditch our bio. Okay. And yep. Now we're trying to make sure we don't oversaturate mineral patches anywhere we can. Look at our bases. We'll fix that. Go there. Oh, that's fully saturated. Go there then. Let's take another base. We're running out of bases to send people to, so go there with an SCV. And look at this SCV. He's the one going to build it. We see him going to do it right now because he's the only reason why he's going this way. We can hold shift on him. Turret, turret, let go shift, hold shift, right click the mineral line. That's totally fine. Make Marauders, now D, now A, now tab, R, let go, tab, D, and let go. And we're good. Now, if you're not winning the game yet and you're like, well, he's not fully dead yet, and I'm not sure, I haven't checked the map in a little while. With Terran now, when you're in the phase of the game where you're starting your remax, take 2 Marines and go A move, shift A move, shift A move. Click another one, A move, shift A move, shift A move. Now what we're doing is we're checking the map for expansions while we're remaxing an army and getting ready to fight the next wave. So all of our units are constantly, they're still about to spawn. They're almost done. We can take one more pass on our economy. Good, 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 good. No, not good. Just kidding. Grab some. Right click here. 1, 2, 3. Right click here. Both now pretty good. Awesome. Now what did our Marines on the minimap scout? Nothing up there. Nothing over here. Nothing down there in the bottom left. There is a base here, so what are we going to do? Select all army. Go right here. Right here, outside of that base. We're just, again, all we're doing is, where are your bases? Let's attack your bases. Where are your bases? Let's attack your bases. Where are your bases? Let's attack your bases. GG. That's all we're doing. You could also, if you're lazy too, I don't always recommend you do this, But if you feel like you're panicked and you're like, Vibe, I gotta figure it out now. I fucked up. I forgot to send over. I forgot to send over my my Marines, like you said. You can do this too. Like, click your command centers, hit scan, hold shift, click on the minimap, scan, 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 and go. Okay. Do you have any expansions? No. Okay. Let's. Yes. Let's go there, outside of it, and go get ready to attack it. You always go outside of it, though. You always want to group up outside of it.
Mineral field depleted.
But yeah, it's generally how you're gonna want to do it. To set that up, and yeah, you're good. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Once you get used to it. Obviously, it's not super easy if you're not used to it. Nice. Ain't this silver? This is silver. This is silver. So I'm trying to just explain a lot of the concepts right now. I'm not really playing very fast. I'm just explaining fast because it's hard to keep up with words with StarCraft. Also, thank you for the sub, Asian Persuasion, for the Hydrazine for the continued sub from Asian Persuasion, and free.
Thanks for this series, Vibe. It completely changed the way I think about StarCraft.
Thank you, Freed Bird G, for the 8 months resub, and I'm glad you like it, dude. Hell yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Go ahead.
My friends are planning to get coached by you next month, maybe. That sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds groovy.
SCV ready.
Sounds nice. Very nice.
Additional supply depots
Bad news. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and make a gas saturation. Take this SCV. Right click is natural. Hold shift. Right click my natural. Things we've already been learning in this silver video now. How do we identify what our opponents are doing? How do I identify it? Let's grab an SCV, go to my natural with it, make an orbital command, make a marine out of my racks, and make a expansion.
not enough minerals.
Shift, right click my mineral line. Now let's take another CV off. And let's go build a depot. And then let's build a factory as soon as possible. And those of you who are Terran players that are like, Vibe, why don't you make the factory before the depot?
Complete.
If you really wanted to, you could, but just know if you do this and you keep making Marines constantly and SCVs, you would supply block. So that's why I don't do it. Because again, we're not making Reapers, we're not scouting like crazy. Now, what did we see? We just saw a walled off red spot here. I don't even have to look at that to know that we should make a bunker against that. Guys, that's not a natural. That's a lot of money made into production of things. So if you see something like that, I'm going to react to that by going,
Big job, huh?
let's make a bunker.
Yep. SCV ready.
And again, we're making a bunker a little bit closer to the command center because the wall wants to be right about there. We don't want to put a bunker in the middle of the wall. We want to put it behind the wall. That way we can always salvage it later if we feel comfortable.
SCV ready.
You don't want it to be part of your wall though. It fucks up your wall.
Woo B2GM. Stay classy, vibe you at vibe lol.
Yo, RYX Riot. Thank you, dude. Much love, man. Okay, we're taking another
SCV ready.
gas here because we're factory's done. We're going into the next step here. We can start making our depot wall. We put our Marines in the bunker.
Add-on complete.
And we're making Marines and tanks. Yeah, we're chilling. We can also rally our command center to our natural because it's fully saturated. The main base, that is.
SCV
Okay, so let's put that there. And yeah, we're just hanging out, guys. We're chilling. Nothing too crazy happening right now. Put our depots down to this way with overlap. Why? Because the wall is going from there to there. It makes sense to put them this way. Let's put our tank on the high ground overlooking the natural a little bit. Put it like right there. Awesome. Let's make a tech lab. Make a tank on the factory. Make a tech lab on the second racks. Keep making marines. Keep making SCVs, and let's start a starport. Tell your SCV making the starport to come back and mine minerals. And we can make another depot. Second tank's going to go like right there or like right there. On either side of the bunker. We drop another mule on this base. Start stim pack. We can go and start another depot. Now here's the tricky part. If you ever run into a situation where you're like, oh god, where can I fit my depot? You could put it right there. That would work. You could not put it, or you could put it right there. That would also work because there's overlap. But if you put your depot, like, for instance, like right there, like that's not going to wall it off. That's still going to be a doorway. So you got to be really careful about how you want to finish your wall sometimes. So just for the sake of something super easy, let's just put it right there. That's totally fine. So make sure, and if you're not ever confident about your wall, you can always do this. Run your marine to it and go like this. Right click it. And if your marine does not run out of the base and he runs into the wall like that instead, that is a wall. That's how you can test yourself before you go, oh shit, Lings just ran through it. I didn't even know. Yeah, so let's make another command center because this base is fully saturated. Let's also take our gases here because it's fully saturated. SCV can come back and mine minerals. Let's also take our engineering base because it's fully saturated. And rather because we're taking the gas. Let's make a couple more depots in our main base just to like fill in spots we don't see. Just put them anywhere. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. It could be like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just throw them down. So now we see the area. That way it's not blind to us. There's our third tank. Let's move it up to the top. Like right there and siege it. And look at the range of siege. Fucking beautiful. Look at this range of siege. Beautiful. Awesome. Tanks are placed really well. Now let's go ahead and do 1-1 upgrades. Saturate our gas properly at this base.
Research complete.
2, 2.
Gangway coming through. Ready to raise some hell.
Okay. Look at my money. I can't really spend it again, guys. This keeps happening all the time, right? Oh my god, we got too much money. I don't care where you build them, just build some more wrecks.
Yeah, whatever.
Just don't, make sure wherever you build them, you're able to fit an add-on on the side of it. Otherwise, it's going to be all messed up. Don't ever sacrifice an add-on on a racks where you're like, I don't need it. You definitely do.
Command center
Okay, so
upgrade complete.
keep making SCVs. Get our combat shield upgrade. Make another Hellion. Make medevacs. And now we need to get ready to build our armory because we need an armory to go to 2-2 upgrades, and we don't have one yet. This will also allow us to make Hellbats and also allow us to get weapon upgrades for our tanks and our Hellbats. Lift off our command center, and now let's make another one again. And why are we going to do that? Because as a Terran player, we can lift and land our shit, and by the time this lands, look at our natural. It's super saturated, and we can pretty much fully saturate this base in seconds once it's up. So we lower those depots to now let SCVs properly get out of our base. Let's grab all the excess, which is 10, off that base. And now look at the mineral line. It's like instantly saturated. So now we have another base getting ready to set up another base. Let's make all these commands, or all these barracks up here reactors. Keep making Marines. Keep making Hellions. Keep making medevacs. Start 2-2 upgrades because look at the armory. Start weapon upgrades for that. Start 2-2 for bio.
Upgrade
Boom, boom.
complete.
Awesome.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
And there we go. We're good to go. Keep making your bio. And now we're fully saturated. So what are we going to do? Take our gas. We already have a command center being made, so that's good. That's already happening. But we're taking our gas now. And now we're kind of high on supply. So how about we go like depot, 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 depot. Shift, right click the mineral line. Make it sloppy. Just do it fast.
Mineral field.
Do you think it's a bad habit to get people into using select army hotkey? Not if you're platinum or below. I don't think that's a bad habit if you're platinum or below, because I'm going to teach you micro habits in diamond.
Mineral field depleted.
You should not be microing in platinum or below. No. That's even worse. There's no perfect way to teach people in StarCraft, in my opinion, where it's like, oh, this is always going to be the best for everyone. Everyone's different. Everyone learns different ways.
Mineral field
But
depleted.
yeah, microing your units in fucking low league is awful. Because people tunnel vision and they don't fucking macro, and that's the worst thing ever.
Now what?
Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of our bunker. We don't really need it anymore. So what we did was we unloaded it and then we salvaged it so it gets out of the way. We definitely don't need it anymore. Keep making Marines. Keep making Hellions. Keep making Medevacs. Let's now take a Marine and scout both sides of the map. That way we can see where his bases are. Scout the other side of the map.
Keep a dust off.
Scout, 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 scout. And now this base needs to become a planetary. We need more SCVs because we're almost done. And this base needs to transfer some SCVs over. We need to go with 6 over to here. Awesome. We're good to go. Now let's drop some mules at it because it's fresh and good. And we're almost maxed, guys. We're getting close. Transfer SCVs from here because this is really bad. Go down here too. Now let's overbuy one. Let's go to it. We'll transfer over SCVs to a different base, like up here now. We can make another command center. And notice this time how I'm making command centers in my main and not at the base. You can do it either way. It's fine. Okay. Level 2 weapon upgrades on my weapons. Or level 2 upgrades for weapons on armory. And level 3 on my bio. On
Upgrade complete.
on my thingy. On my engineering base. And now we didn't find any bases, guys. We didn't find any bases. And we also maxed out at pretty much 1030. So he's got a main and a natural. So what I'm going to do? A-move my army just outside of his base. Not straight into his base. We're not doing it anymore. We're evolving here. We're going to make sure our medevacs don't get used like crap. A-move right outside of his base. Now go back to macroing.
Vibe, long time no see. What's hanging?
Thank you, man. Appreciate the sub. Zerg. Just making B2GM. Super busy with that. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. So now let's make a factory and a starport. And let's make a bunch of racks. Racks. Okay, shift, click the mineral line. Let's make more racks over here. Racks. Shift, click the mineral line. Take our army. A-move. Shift A-move. Shift A-move. Shift A-move. Stem pack. Because that's how we set it up right there. Now go back to my base. Macro. Grab everything. Grab this. Grab that. Grab these. Grab these. Shift 4. 22 buildings now. Rally it to the front of my base. We're good to go. Fix my economy now. What's my SCVs look like? Make more. And we're good. Fix that. We're good. How's my supply doing? It's okay. Let's quickly probably go to my buildings here and just be like, okay. Reactor. 4 barracks make tech labs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we just made 4 barracks tech labs. And the rest of my racks can become a reactor. Just hold C for reactor. Hold it. Bunch of reactors. And now what do we do again? Hold down D for Marauder. Hold down A for Marine. Tab. Hold down R for Hellbat. Tab. Hold down D for Medevac. Let go. And then as things finish, we'll do more with it. Make a Marauder upgrade. Check my minerals again. Good. Bad. Good. Bad. Grab some off. And good. Fully saturated. What do we need to do? Take another base. We also have another base here too. We could lift that off and like go here or something. And we could even take another base. Because we could just, you know, keep making all of our expansions with command centers. It's fine. Now look at my supply. It's dropping again. Hold down D. Let go. Hold down A. Let go. Tab. Hold down R. Let go. Tab. Hold down D. Let go. And we're maxed again. Get upgrades. Level 3 weapon. Upgrades.
Complete.
Armor and range for buildings.
Research.
And now engineering bays are done. Never again. We just made a new base somewhere else, so let's drop mules at it. Brand new base gets a bunch of mules. Boom. Sick. Now let's take our army and go like this. Select our army. Help the army in his main base. We have an army just sitting there. Let's just go up there and continue. Because why? Because I'm maxed. I just checked my economy. I can't macro anymore. We just checked our upgrades. Everything is good. Let's go A-move, and then let's go back to checking again. What would I do then after I A-moved? Check my mineral line. 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 Check my bases that I just set up. Do I need to make a planetary? Should I make turrets just to be on the safe side? I have a ton of money. I could be like 1 turret per base if I wanted to, or whatever. You don't have to do that one, but yeah, it's an option. And then this base could lift off. Go over here. We can make another command center in its place. And then now suddenly I have every base on my side of the map. Stuff like that. So look at supply again. We'll just look at supply. And now you can see a situation where, you know, our supply is 130, and our opponent's supply is at 87. So definitely looking good, and it's growing fast as well. This is when we're really starting to kick into high gear, because we got you know, all our production's starting to like turn on. It's starting to turn into full effect. I feel like I'm reading YouTube comments in real time. That's okay. I get trolled. Like, I would say this, guys. B2GM is actually, thankfully, B2GM series is a really popular series. It's a super popular series, which I'm thank you guys for making it that way. I'm glad you guys like it so much. But the more popular something is, the more trolls you get. That's just how it works. There is just a special section of people on the internet that are like, the more people that are in an area, the more they want to go in the middle of everyone and just fucking fart and annoy everybody. Just rip ass in the middle of a crowd. So, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I mean, I would say don't worry about people who are like, Vibe sucks. Vibe's an idiot. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Okay, so we, you know, we set up in front of his base. This way our medevacs are going to always be with our army. And look at our medevacs. The second we stim, they're keeping with our army. And now, even if we're not taking damage, they're going to stick to the Marines. Like, we need to make sure we can heal them whenever we need to heal them. So they're always going to be available now. And then this is just, again, this is one of those things where it's another player setting up like a super Path of Exile, or not Path of Exile, Age of Empires style base where it's super specific, like a bunch of depot barracks walls with fortified bunkers followed by tanks and bio behind it. It's just not necessary, and it's not necessary in you know, in this level of play. It's fun. It's fun. It can be fun, but it's not how you play StarCraft. It's not efficient at all. So again, as you can see, like, resources lost might start going pretty bad for me here for a second. Like, he's catching up pretty well here. He's got a bunch of Widow Mines just grinding me to death. But he's losing everything at the same time, so he's going to die. And meanwhile, SCV count, we've only killed 2, yet it's only 49 to 85. We're definitely holding the lead here. Don't worry, guys. I banned him. I know he's distracting a lot of people. I banned him. It's okay. All right. So now he's just dead because he can kill this entire army. It doesn't matter, as we've said 500 times before. We have a maxed out army again, just sitting there at home, just in production, waiting to be built. Just insta remax, insta remax, insta remax. And it just never ends, guys. It never ends. Yeah, I banned him because I mean he's just being super toxic. He seems like his whole goal in life is to literally annoy everybody in chat. And I see chat getting riled up over him, so I was like, all right, whatever, we can just ban that guy. That guy every day is negative anyway, so I don't really care. Did he get banned? I banned him, yeah. That guy's super negative every day. It is. I personally don't really care that much. I don't give a shit. What like he called me a virgin. Oh my god, he called me a virgin. Not a virgin. Not anything but that. But I can see that chat. I just keep reading chat, and all they're talking about is, this guy is annoying. Oh my god. So it's just distracting. Okay, so we're making a supply depot.
Big job, huh?
This guy's base is really tidy though. Exactly. You don't need to be really tidy with your base. When the goal is, if you have to play slow, if you sacrifice speed at the sake of organization, it's bad. Don't do that. Just fucking be like, instead of being like, depot, 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 just be like, all right, fuck it,
Not enough minerals.
depot. I don't care. Put it anywhere. I'll click randomly.
I can't build here.
Don't make it a big deal with how you build buildings. Just build them. Try to build them in the right time rather than the right place more often than not. And once you get better at the game, then you can worry about the placement because you're faster and you can actually start like you don't have to sacrifice anymore. You're fast enough to now worry about placement and also keep speed. The only thing you need to worry about with placement is your wall. That's it. I do want you to still focus on the wall. That's important. I'm not saying just build your wall however you want. Build your wall accurately. We talked about that already. It's very important. Other than that, build barracks, build whatever in your base. Just fucking build it. Just build that thing. Build your wall, dude. It's all good. Oh my god, my neck is so sore. Oh, I like pull the muscle in my neck, dude.
What's going on?
Whew.
Will do.
Oh.
Command center upgrade complete.
I'm gonna try and sit up and like stretch my neck out. Okay, so my SCV, I think I clicked the wrong depot or the wrong mineral line, so come back. We're gonna build a bunker now. Right? Build a bunker.
Go ahead. SCV ready. You want a piece of me, boy?
Dude, my neck is so sore right now. Oh my god. I like pulled my neck earlier today.
Remember back in the day when I was so toxic, but now I'm all grown up and it's all thanks to B2GM. It can really change your life. Try B2GM today.
Thank you very much for that, Mr. People Man. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you. You're all grown up, dude. Okay, so we're building a bunker. Now we're gonna build a depot.
SCV ready.
Command center upgrade complete. Add-on complete. Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Okay, and now we're just macroing hard, boys. Make sure we get 2 more SCVs on this gas in our main. We should just rally the command center back to the gas. Don't disrupt the mineral line if possible. Just fill it up with new SCVs. It's fine. Again, mineral priority, right?
SCV ready.
Yeah, I pulled my neck earlier today. I was playing with my dog and I like jumped up really hard, like, and I hadn't stretched or anything, and I'm old. And I like literally pulled my neck. And now my neck is super sore, and I've been sitting in this position like all day, and now I tried to stretch my neck out, and it's even worse. Oh boy.
SCV ready.
Okay.
In the rear with the gear.
Let's go ahead and build our starport.
SCV ready.
And start our sim pack upgrade.
Not enough
Everything's
minerals.
flowing the same, boys. It's all flowing the same. Alpha Omega Aloha. Thank you for the continuation of the sub. Much love, dude.
SCV ready.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. 4 or 5. 4 or 5. That's what we're doing, boys. 4 and 5. Checking our supply. Okay, we got 2 tanks. We need 1 more.
SCV ready.
We're not getting attacked, so let's just go for 3. If we were getting attacked, I would say let's go for 4.
SCV ready.
Start a reactor on that starport.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Put that SCV on the thingy, on the mineral line at the natural.
SCV ready.
4 5, 4 5, 4 5. Start our 3rd command center. Put it like right here or something. Doesn't matter. Start our gases.
Not enough.
Put our next tank over here. Look at the tank placement. Look at that fog of war. Not bad. You could even say I can move this tank back a slight bit, like right here. Like that. Boom. Now look at it. It's wonderful. definitely a good tank placement at this point. Because again, why did I do that? Edge of Fog of War is where my tanks want to be, from the depot wall.
Like the Wu-Tang said, protect your neck.
Yeah, dude. Money's getting kind of high, so let's make more racks. Let's also make more depot or more engineering bays because we just started gas at our natural.
Got to stretch out before playing with dog.
You do.
Research
Thank you very much,
complete.
Doge Dude and Alpha Mega Aloha for the 5-month resub and the 100 biddies, man. Much love, guys. No, dude, I'll be fine. My neck just is, it hurts right now. It's okay though. I'll push through. I won't stop the video now, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not soft.
Additional supply.
Okay, we're getting attacked by a battlecruiser. So let's aim, select A move, and now remember what I talked about. If you get hit by air units, let's start making Thors. Let's start adding on Thors to our build as soon as we have an armory. Okay, so that's how this build's going to develop and change at this point. And now also because he's going battlecruiser, let's put a turret in each mineral line because it's an air unit, and we don't want to lose all of our SCVs. Build a bunch of reactors on my thing.
Ready for dust off.
Not enough energy.
Okay. Build marines. Make a medevac.
Is under command center upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted.
Okay, this base is done, so let's lift it off and let's go take another base with it. We can lower a couple depots so we can actually transfer SCVs properly. Am I being distracted by this SCV? No, I don't care. That's what he wants me to do, is be like, kill the BC, it's annoying. Ah.
Add-on complete.
I don't care at all,
Is
guys.
under attack.
For now, at least.
Research complete.
I just made a turret in my mineral line and I'm calling it a day here. Forget about it. Forget about it. Let's make another command center at this base. And we can take an SCV and like repair our command center because it's like half dead.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, I somehow rallied my stuff to the other building. Let's A move the BC. And let's stim pack because my marines actually have stim pack now. Okay. Let's go ahead and build a couple depots.
Mineral field.
Keep building units. Just don't get distracted and stop macroing. Keep building units. Couple medevacs. Fix our economy of whatever happened here. We also lost the turret. Fix that again. Like again, we're scanning our mineral lines. We're constantly checking to see what the problems are. Something sneaky. Thank you for the 3-month resub, dude.
Mineral field.
Appreciate you. Fix my extra SCVs here. We're over by 2. Go down here.
Upgrade
These boys can
complete.
saturate properly. These guys are over by 4. Fix that. Up 2 upgrades, and let's get weapon upgrades for air, or for sorry, for Thors, and let's start making Thors and everything.
Not enough minerals.
And A move the area again. Stim pack, because he's attacking us. It can be that simple. You can just A move the area. Don't worry too much about what the hell's attacking you right now. It's not the biggest of deals. He's just trying to annoy you right now. That's all he's doing. He's trying to make you slow down. Take our command centers and rally them all to this base. And keep making SCVs. Make marines.
Not enough minerals.
Take another SCV off. And take another... build a turret here. And then shift click the mineral line. Like that. Shift click the mineral line. We can drop the bunker here. Because at this point now I don't think we need a bunker anymore, guys. I think we're fine. We have a lot of supply. I think we're about to attack him instead, actually. Okay. And keep making marines. At this point now, too, let's take one marine and go around the south side. One marine go around the north side. And let's check and see if we can find expansions of Terran. Keep making SCVs. SCV count's not done yet.
Minerals.
Drop a bunch of mules here because it's a brand new base.
Not enough energy.
Awesome. Transfer 3 SCVs from this base over as well.
Mineral field.
SCV ready.
Grab a couple more depots
Ready for dust off.
so we don't supply block.
Yeah, yeah.
And make more production. Grab another base. We can take a turret at that base.
Gotcha.
Command
More
center.
Thor. Again, we're going Thor because he's going battlecruiser. SCVs are oversaturated. Grab them. Fix them. Fix it. Fix it. That's over. That's good.
Upgrade.
That base is good. Okay, let's go here then. go here with all of our bases. Now, our command center that's floating over, we just deselected it on accident. So here's a cool trick you can do. If you've already selected your command center and you see it's floating, it's always going to be at the end. Hit tab and go to it. So you can see there's 3 subgroups here. There's a orbital command, there's a planetary, and there's a flying command center group. So if I hit tab, land, click. That's all we do. Easy peasy. We don't have to deselect or find it. We just do that. Now re-rally once it lands, so you don't lose this command center's rally point as well, and you're good to go. Now, select my army and go to the front of his natural, because he has no base over here, it seems like. I didn't scout one, and my marine died when it got to the natural. And there's no base on the top either. I scouted everything, and there's nothing there. Now behind this, what do we have? 8 production buildings. Okay. Starport, factory, barracks, 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 barracks. Shift, right-click the mineral line. Barracks, 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 barracks. Barracks, shift-click the mineral line. And notice how I don't give a fuck where I build these. I just throw them down just quickly. Again, that's what I want you to do because we're not worried about accurately placing buildings yet. Shift these into the control group. Now we're at 21. Put them there in the front of my base, and we're good to go. SCV count right now is not done yet. Let's keep making SCVs. Take our army. A move, shift A move, shift A move, stim pack. Forget about it. 3 upgrades. Weapon upgrades for Thors. And we got concussive shells from Marauders. So now we can also start making Marauders with this too. So now, remember how we always make a reactor on these 2 buildings? Because we're making Thors, reactor on Starport, Tech Lab on Factory because we're making Thors. Now we can get a couple more Tech Labs here for Marauder, and then all reactor for the rest of those racks we just made.
Yeah.
All reactors. So everything else is a reactor. Okay, now let's macro. Marauders, Marines, Thor, medevac.
Add-on complete.
Because he has air. To be fair, if you don't feel comfortable as well, if you don't feel comfortable bouncing between Hellbats and Thors, you could also do the build I'm doing right now every time. You could just go Thors every single time.
Add-on.
I'm not going to say it's bad. It's not bad. You can do it every time. It's just easy peasy to do. Okay.
Add-on.
Marines, Marauders, Thors, and medevacs.
Not enough minerals. Not unacceptable command.
Okay, we're maxed out again, guys. We are maxed out again.
Unacceptable command.
So now what am I doing? I'm checking my bases. 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 Checking my... Oh, let's drop some mules here. So drop some mules there and we're good to go. Also, we're a little bit under SCV saturation, so we definitely kind of missed a little bit. As soon as some more army died, we'd want to get to about 85.
Ready for dust off.
Now, how much? Supply, where are we talking here? Let's look at the battlecruiser, okay? Let's go back to the battlecruiser situation. This is where a lot of players would legit fall apart and they'd be like, I fucking hate battlecruisers. They're so annoying. Watch resources lost during this. Let's actually go from our opponent's perspective for fun. Just for fun. And let's look and see how misleading this is. Let's see how misleading this kind of attack could be. How misleading is this? You're attacking him.
Complete.
You're doing damage. You already killed something. You're microing. You're dragging the Marines out. Let's look at oh shit. Whoops, sorry. I didn't meet that button. Let's hit production really fast. He did make an SCV. Good job by him for that. We're definitely making a lot at the same time though. We're making many things in production tab. Now look at the Terran's production tab. Blue. There's nothing in production tab. There's just one battlecruiser. And that's all. And the money is going up, right? The supply is... There's no supply depot in production, and it's a supply block. But you feel great, right? You're like, dude, I am owning this nerd right now. Holy God. I've killed 15 units. Make that 17? Oh, baby. I'm not done yet, dude. I'm not done yet, dude. Let's go. I'm doing some more damage to you. Let's do this. And then you're like, all right, okay. There's a turret there. But I killed a couple more SCVs as I left. And this battle is just like, I've done my deed here. Now you take the job. We're going to wear this Terran down, right? He Yamato cannons me. And he's chilling for a second. And he's fucking me up. Like, dude, he's doing so much damage to me. Look at the resources lost. This is insanely efficient. You probably feel so good as a Terran player here, being like, I am killing everything of this red Terran player. He has nothing. 25 units dead. Easy peasy. This battlecruiser is like almost fucking dead. Oh my god. Gets out with 7 hit points. Right now he's like, oh baby. I just fucking did tons of damage right there, right? Hell yeah. I got another battlecruiser coming in. But let's look at the income right now. Even though I just lost 5 SCVs, and I lost a shitload of Marines and a medevac and a tank, I think, and a turret, turret died, gas died, lots of stuff died for me. I'm almost to a point where I'm getting soon to triple the supply of my opponent, even though I lost everything and he lost nothing. And again, it's not because of this, which everyone focuses on in this game, because this is what micro means. This resources lost tab might as well say, how good is your micro? That's what it might as well say. Like, are you good at scouting and reacting? And also, how good's your micro? Also, or really, and that's it. And then also the income tab. This is really about how good is your macro. So my macro is just trouncing his macro, even though his micro is beating the shit out of mine. This is not superior to this, because if he doesn't do this properly, this number for him needs to be, honestly, for me to actually be even with him at this point, it doesn't need to be 1,500. It probably needs to be something more along the lines of about 6,000 right now. Probably like 5,000 to 6,000. That's where he needs to be right now for this to be effective. But it's not at 5 or 6,000. It's only at 1,500. So my income is crushing him still, and I'm still crushing his supply. And we did not get distracted by his battlecruiser attack because we macroed while he overly microed and didn't macro fucking at all.
Mineral field depleted.
So now all this means is his next battlecruiser attack that comes in, what happens with this one? Our army's even bigger than even when his first battlecruiser arrived, our army is even bigger now than when he first showed up at my base. We're even stronger than when he first arrived. So what happens now? He shows up and he immediately gets zoned out. He's like, oh shit, oh my god. I was doing so much damage, and why did that one die? Holy crap. It's because we're tripling the supply now. It's getting out of control at this point. We have too much of everything. And it's just, you know, again, builds like this are fun. I 100% advocate that this guy's build is a fun build. It's definitely a fun build. Definitely do a build like this if you just want to have fun every once in a while. It's worth doing. StarCraft 2 is it's supposed to be a game, right? It's supposed to be fun as well. But if you're looking to have fun by increasing your skill level, this build is not it, man. It's just, there are ways to do battlecruisers efficiently, but not macroing for like 4 minutes while you attack someone is not. It's like playing Dota inside StarCraft 2. It's like I'm trying to level my hero up right now. I'm trying to creep some shit right now. It's not like I'm trying to macro and do the shit that needs to be done in this game. There's more goals you need to fulfill inside StarCraft 2. And just because you have 5 battlecruisers, or now 6 battlecruisers, it doesn't mean anything. Because, again, when we get to his base, we just have too much shit, and he's gonna die. So here comes the fight, and how's it gonna go for Terran now that I'm at his base? There's even a tank and a planetary shooting us at the same time. We have 5 battlecruisers, or 6 battlecruisers, which 2 of them have died already. A tank and a planetary. And we just run through all of it. And right now, his guy's mind is probably getting blown at the moment because he's like, dude, I fucking did so much damage early on. How the hell am I dead right now? It's if you don't macro, you die. It's, again, the thing I've said 5 million times already. It's very important in this game to macro. And the reason why I say it so much is because even with how much I said it last season, people still don't believe it. They're like, but I should have microed against the BC, right? No. Who fucking cares? Just A, move towards it and literally don't stop macroing. Stop it. Oh God. Ooh. Yeah, what guy race is this guy? Random player. Okay, cool. It's fine. Again, we just want to know if he expands or not at his natural, right? That's all we care about. So let's rally our SV to the natural, or to the ramp of the natural, to going down to the natural. Let's build a depot.
Not enough minerals.
Not enough minerals, and we're good. And we're good, dude.
SCV ready. Go ahead.
Okay, let's make a barracks.
SCV ready.
Make a gas.
Big job.
Is this new Bronze Gym series? It is, yeah. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo. Yep.
I can single queue in Apex into normal games now. So I'm hiding behind a rock while teams fight around me, while I type this comment. Love ya. Smooches.
Nice, dude.
SCV ready.
Get it done, dude. Get it done in Apex.
What's going? In the rear with the gear.
Thank you for the bits, Doge, dude. Okay, we shift right click his mineral line. We shift right click back to our own mineral line. If there is no expansion, we're gonna use our SCV that just went over there. This guy right here, and he's gonna come back and build a bunker.
Not enough minerals.
And again, I'm not gonna build the bunker
Not enough
inside
minerals.
the wall of my wall. I'm gonna build it probably behind it, so I can still put a depot wall there, so it doesn't block the wall.
What's going on?
Okay, let's build a depot.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
4 for my racks and 5 for my command centers.
Command center upgrade complete.
And now get ready for get ready for our factory now.
Our
Factory.
SCVs
So look, he's got a command center. I don't even know what race he is, guys. I don't know what's going on over there, but there is a command center. So you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to build a bunker. Don't need it anymore. If he's got a command center, we're totally fine. So now this SCV can just sit back, relax, and mine minerals for a while. Okay, let's take our army and move it to the front of the base. Okay, so now I know he's Terran.
Hey Vibe, glad to see the storm didn't knock your power out.
We're good for now. It's coming down pretty hard though. Yo, Hobgoblin, thank you for the 5 good subs, man. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's make a barracks. Let's make another orbital. Tell that SV to my minerals.
Oh, yeah.
And let's put Hobgoblin. Thank you so much for the 5 good subs, guys. Can we get a Vibe gift in the chat for Hobgoblin? What a fucking beast. What a legend. What a freaking god. Thank you, man.
Oh,
You are
yeah.
the best. The best. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to make our starport. We're continuing our depot wall in the natural.
Oh, yeah.
Making our factory units, our tanks. We're making our marines. We're making our starport. We're making our tech lab. Rallying everything, adding a starport to the group, rallying it down to the base.
Oh,
Everything's looking great.
We hear you.
Put our first tank on the high ground,
This better be
right there.
SCV ready.
Make another tank. And now look, can I uproot this?
Add-on
Can I uproot this? No, I can't. Uproot that. Look, but now I can. So now, watch this.
Smooches for my booches.
See what I mean? Like, if you don't really know exactly where to put it up, put your tank somewhere, and then put it down, and then now you know it can always go up. You really need to do this, because if someone all-ins you and you don't have the right placement, and you're like, I can't raise the depot, Oh shit! He'll die for that. Okay, second tank goes behind the depot wall. Siege it.
SCV ready.
And finally, we're gonna make one more
Insufficient
tank.
gas.
Thank you for the bits, Burry, as well. Thank you, Burry. You're a beast. Yeah, we can make another depot right here. Start another command center because we're fully saturated.
Add-on complete.
Start like right there. That's fine.
Roger.
Not enough minerals.
What's going on?
Okay, make our last depot right there. Take our gases at our natural. And take our engineering bays as well when we can. Because, again, we're getting more gas so we can actually afford this. This tank could, like, siege, like, right here. That's fine. Like, get out of the way, Marines. Like, right here. Awesome. Now it sieges in a great spot. All these tanks are in a really nice covered spot of this natural. Super good. This third tank could have gone there, or it could have gone there. Like, behind there. That would have been fine. Either side would have been totally cool. Grab 4 SCVs on the gas. Start making Hellions. Thank you, Burry.
Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama, come on, vibey mama.
Oh my god. Careful, dude. You're going to DMCA me.
Complete.
It's a classic.
Not enough minerals.
Move it.
Additional supply depots required.
Go, go, go.
Okay. Let's go ahead and make some mules on my base.
Not enough energy.
Make this an
Not
orbital.
enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Orbital command.
SCV ready. Ah, you want a piece of me, boy? SCV
Upgrades. Okay, now let's rally our SCVs over to the third. Lift this off and go to the third.
Upgrade complete.
Grab 5 SCVs off and go to the third. Look at my money. Starting to get kind of high. So, let's build some more racks. We'll build 4 more racks again.
Will do.
Just use your siege tanks as a wall. Oh god, no. Please don't do that.
Ready to raise summit? SCV ready.
Not enough energy.
Okay, let's make an armory because our engineering bay upgrades are on their way. So we definitely need to make an armory now. This also allows us to get Thors if need be and stuff like that. Let's take 1 Marine. Let's run around one side of the map. 1 Marine, run around one side of the map. We're definitely doing it pretty early this game. We don't normally do this until a little bit later, but this will give us a little bit of information as to know where we can attack. Because, I mean, we're going to do it at some point. So it's okay if we did it like right now. It's just 2 Marines. And now we're going to go ahead and also take our next base because this base is fully saturated.
Ready for dust off.
That base is fully saturated. Take our few more depots. Take reactors. Shift command that into group 5.
Mineral
Take our
field
gas.
completed.
Maybe a couple more depots here too.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Intuitive G, for the 8 months.
Let's go vibe.
Thank you, dude.
Additional supply depots required.
Okay, let's get 2 upgrades, and let's get level 1 weapon upgrades on vehicle. And now, look at our base, guys. Look what's happening. We're getting hit by battlecruisers. So let's stim pack at them. Let's make a turret. Let's make another turret. Keep making SCVs. Let's make another turret. He's going to the main now, so let's move towards the main.
Complete.
Since we're moving the main now, let's stim pack again. Go to stim pack again. That's fine. Keep making Marines
Not,
as we can afford.
not enough minerals.
Drop some mules at another base.
Ready.
Not enough energy.
Keep making Marines.
Not enough.
What's happening now? He's going back to the natural. Let's A move and stim pack. So he's being
Vibe,
super
my
annoying.
grandma died. Will you be my new grandma?
SCVs are under
Sorry to hear that, but I don't have grandma qualities. Keep making Marines. Keep making SCVs. He's going to my third now. Let's A move towards the third base.
under attack.
Go ahead and stim pack towards the third base. Let's rebuild the turret in my natural because it died. Let's rebuild the turret in my main because it died. Keep making SCVs. Keep making Marines.
Not enough minerals.
We're not stop. We're again.
Not enough
All we're doing is we're watching our bases to go. What can we rebuild? Okay, he's going to my next base. Hey, move my Marines. Get my SCVs mining over here as well. That was a little bit of a sloppy shit. Yeah, let's get a turret. Let's get a turret. Let's stim pack my Marines. A move the area. I select an army. A move the area. This is probably the most annoying shit you could deal with. You could deal with right now. And now he's hitting me again. So let's A move my natural. He's also A moving this base. Keep making Marines. Keep making SCVs. Don't panic.
Upgrade. Not enough energy.
Stim pack my Marines and A move. A move this area towards my main base. Like this area right here.
Under attack.
What's going on over here? Okay.
Base.
SCVs are going to die over there. It's a lot of battle cruisers over there.
Upgrade complete.
Keep making Marines. Keep making depots. Or sorry, Marines and
Our
what's it
SCVs
called?
are under attack.
Marines and medevacs and
Base is under
SCVs.
attack.
Yep. Let's say move towards the third base because we're kind of not able to hit the ones in our main. Keep making SCVs. Re-rally to the third.
Our
Let's try and rebuild that army that just died.
Base is under attack.
Stim pack my army as it takes the fight. Make medevacs, Marines, and SCVs. A move towards my main base again. Stim pack my army as it gets into the fight. Keep making SCVs. 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. I'm just chasing him wherever I can, and I'm only focusing on 4 and 5. 4 and 5. Okay, what's happening now? I got more in my natural. Let's A move. Stim pack. Keep macroing. Let's take another base while this is all happening. Because why? I'm fully saturated. I'm almost fully saturated. Let's re-rally here then. What's going on here? Okay, let's A move towards my main then. Stim pack. Get our upgrades going for 3-3 as well, because we can.
Minerals. Not enough minerals.
Let's go and start a turret here again. We need another turret.
Under attack.
How's this base? We need a turret.
Not enough minerals.
Space is good. This base is good. Okay. Keep making SCVs. Drop mules again.
Not
Keep
enough
making Marines.
Not enough.
Don't panic. This is not the time to panic. Who cares? This guy just plays annoying. And since here's a cool tip as well. Since he plays the style of like hyper annoying battlecruisers, let's lower all my depots so it removes some of my traffic jam on my base. Okay, let's take another Marine and let's go like this. A move the right side. A move the left side. This way I can see where his bases are and I can get ready to go attack his ass. Now let's start making Thors. Why am I making Thors? Because he's fucking going mass species. Okay, make mass Marines. We can get a few more racks again because he's oh, I got a lot of money. Okay, looks like BCs are coming back into my main base. Possibly. Got a turret over here. Got a couple SCVs rotated now. Take this base with SCVs. Because we're trying to keep our SCV count good. Drop some mules at it. It's a new base.
Not enough energy.
Make Marines. And there's nothing on the left side. So let's actually...
SCVs.
Okay, he's over there now. Okay, now he's also over here. So let's take our army and let's select the army and let's stim pack it forward. Get it over there. Okay. A move again. Step back forward. We're just A moving towards him.
Command
Keep rebuilding. Keep rebuilding. A move it down here. Step back forward. Let's try and start another command center while we're at it. While we're making SCVs. And he's like the battlecruiser is now going to my third base. Let's A move towards it. Step back forward. These medevacs got a lot of healing to do.
Our
Keep making
SCVs
Marines.
are under attack.
Let's go into my natural. A move forward. Stim pack. Keep making SCVs. Try to make another base.
Our SCVs.
Resaturate this base.
Our SCVs are under upgrade.
A move.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Yeah, I know we're gonna die. I don't think I can stop this at this point.
Not enough minerals. Our SCVs.
Brr, 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 brr.
Not enough minerals.
Vibu getting wrecked, OLED. I'm getting wrecked, dude. Hey, move forward, stim pack. And at this point, if this guy is just literally running you around your base, and you're like, Jesus Christ, I can't stop it. This is annoying.
Mineral field.
Fuck it.
depleted.
If you think the pace you're going at's gonna make you lose the game, how about we just do this? Let's just straight up fucking base trade right now. Go for broke, okay? It's either if you feel like I'm dead. I'm dead. If you feel like you're not actually making progress and you feel like you're actually losing progress,
Our SCVs are
A move across the map. Try to keep making SCVs for new bases. Like over here or something. Like make a command center. Let's get ready to start making SCVs for this base. And let's go ahead and A move here. Stim pack.
base is under attack.
Keep making Marines.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Okay. Let's now go ahead and A move here. And
Mineral field.
Stim pack.
depleted. Base is under attack.
and again, this is like a go for broke kind of a maneuver here because this guy's
Mineral field. depleted.
whipping our ass right now. Okay, let's now A move here. And stim pack.
Our SCVs.
Keep
are
making
under
SCVs if we can. We're pretty much mined out as well, and he killed all my new bases. Okay, let's A move here. Stim pack. We're waiting for this base to go up. Okay, let's go to the next base.
attack.
A
Our
move here.
mineral field
Stim
under
pack.
attack.
A move here. Because there's no wall there, so cool. And again, it's just because he was running us around our base and we were not actually killing anything, which is why if you feel like you're getting no progress done, you can try to just go for a counterattack and see what happens. Because it's better than just dying for nothing and being like, well, I could never actually stop him from chasing or from running away from me.
Not
Okay.
enough energy.
Keep making SCVs.
Base is under attack.
We made SCVs and Marines the entire time.
Base is under attack.
Let's do it again. A move. Stim pack. We have so many medevacs we can stim pack all day. That's the whole point of this build. Okay, let's try and take another base. Take another command center somewhere else.
Minerals.
Okay, now we don't know where any of his bases are.
Base is
So what are we going to do? Let's go to where the BCs are instead then. So let's A move back towards like my natural. The front of my natural. We also can't make any SCVs, so let's make a couple depots at this point. We need to increase our supply. And now our army is waiting at our natural.
is under attack. Command center upgrade complete. Additional supply depots required. Base is under attack.
We're just, again, trying to macro as much as possible. Take our army, and now A move towards my main base. And stim pack. Okay. Go back to our army again. A move to the top of my base because he's running away. And stim pack. He went right to my new expansion. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to where that is now. Let's go ahead and
Our SCVs
A
are
move
under
towards
attack.
that and get our army over there. Get our army like situated right over here. Don't stop macroing. Keep trying to expand wherever we can.
Not enough energy. Additional supply depots required.
So now let's get desperate here, okay?
Is under
And let's go
attack.
like this. Move one of my barracks on the south side Move one of my barracks on the north side. And we're just scouting for bases. A move my army where the battlecruisers just were. And if they're not here, where are we going to go? We're going to go to the last base we have that's a mining base. The last bastion here. Let's actually go there quickly. Let's stim pack right now. Let's get there fast. Because if we guard this, we can still win the game. So if you think about it like that, who can mine, who can't mine? If we can still mine, we can still win this game. So let's sit here and just literally sit here. And now we can actually relocate all of our racks and our factory and our starport all the way
Complete.
up to the top of the map. So now what we're doing, okay, he's over there now. So he's killing our buildings. But just know, in this position, the person who wins the game is the person who actually has economy, and the person who loses the game is the person who doesn't. So let's go ahead and A move. We're going to take one marine and A move every base in the map that we don't own yet, and make sure there's no bases.
Under attack.
Okay, we see one base right there. It's a command center. That's just chilling as a command center. And we see another command center right there. Okay. So let's now take our army, and actually, because he's getting closer to my base, let's get my army ready to go, okay? Get my army ready to go. Take my army, go down to the BCs, get close, and stim pack. And now get ready to go back here, because he's probably going to teleport right on my base. Okay, we can A move back here. I don't see... Okay, that game was a question mark, I would say. That game was a big time question mark in terms of how legit that player was. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that game felt like a stream watching type of a situation. But all we did, is this still a silver tutorial? Think about it though. All we did, okay? Throughout the game, I mean, obviously when we hold down the A key for Marines, our APM is going to go a bit up because we're holding down the A key and it gets kind of crazy. Same thing happens to Zerg when you hold down the H key for Hydra. All we did was we went, where is he? A move. What are my eyes doing throughout this game? What are my eyeballs actually looking at during this game? Minimap. Like I'm looking here in the minimap, and I'm looking here at my production, minimap production, and as soon as I issue a command, if I have any time to spare where I'm like, let's set up another base. Minimap production, let's set up another base.
Mr. Vibu,
Over
I
and
can
over
rub
and
my
over.
stomach and pat my head at the same time. Can I micro now?
Yes. Congratulations, McLinebacker, you promoted. You're promoted, McLinebacker. Well done. Hell yeah. That was definitely not silver. I don't feel like this was silver either. I feel like this was a guy who's literally sniping my fucking stream right now. That's what I feel like. And he's like, there's a base over there. I'm going to teleport a PC on it. Over and over and over.
Oh, yeah.
But again, guys, who cares? It is what it is. Not a big deal. So he teleports in my natural. And he has scouted nothing, you know, up to this point. He scanned my main once, and that was it. There's actually, he actually did send an SCV out too. There was the SCV that chased my SCV back that died in Marines. That was also what happened there too. But again, it's fine. We're not gonna go, guys. We don't have to go into crazy amounts of detail about how I think this guy was bullshit. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Also, I said my APM was his APM. My APM is actually the 74, not the 30, because I'm not blue. He's blue. Sorry, I said that wrong earlier. But yeah, we're not going to go into detail about this guy. It's whatever. I will say this. Finally, to move on, I do think he was stream sniping me. It felt like it, but it is what it is. Now, talking about what we needed to do here as a player, all I did was I went, okay, battlecruisers in my base. I'm going to make sure I keep making SCVs. I'm going to make sure I keep making Marines. I'm going to make sure I keep trying to keep efficient bases while wherever the BCs go, I just select all army, A move stim pack. BCs are now over here. Select all army, A move stim pack. BCs are now over here. Select all army, A move stim pack. Again and 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 again. Yeah, I don't, guys. I don't know what I said earlier when I said I might have said he's cheating. I don't mean he's like using a map hack. I mean this is why I have stream delay, but it's not even that high of stream delay. Because if this shit keeps like, I feel like I've been sniped a few times today, and if it keeps happening more, I'll probably turn it back up again, longer. But you 100%, if your whole build is making battlecruisers in your base and looking into the stream and going, where do I want to teleport on your expansions? You could easily do it by grabbing your BCs and then hitting teleport onto a base. They're up. Like, it takes longer to build a command center than my stream delay exists. My stream delay is only about like 60 seconds right now, and the command center's build time is 71 seconds. So I might just turn it back up again. This definitely feels like a smurf either way. That's just like, it's just like kind of. He was doing like 3-pronged battlecruiser attacks. Let's be real. It's not fucking silver. But all I'm doing, guys, SCVs are dying like crazy. SCVs are dying like crazy. What am I doing? Trying to combat the situation as much as possible. Make SCVs. Make SCVs. Produce. 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 Out macro. Produce. Macro. Produce macro. I'm not pulling SCVs. We're not microing. Again, this is no micro. I'm just A moving with stim pack. A move stim pack. A move stim pack. A move stim pack. And up to this point in the game, we're still actually maintaining a supply lead, even though we have lost a fuckload of SCVs throughout this game. At 38 and counting, and still going. Multi-prong SCVs. Like, for instance, right here. Here's an example. Okay, let's just see this. Here's an example. What has he seen, right? What has he seen? Nothing. There's a nice base there. I know I said I wasn't going to look at it very much, but I just want to look at this one really fast.
Mineral field depleted.
This base is getting really nicely muled and saturated right now.
Who called in the fleet?
Did he actually see it with the fucking SCV? Okay. Okay, you take it back. I take it back. He's 100% non-stream sniping. I take it back. I'm glad he sent that SCV there. I did not realize he sent that SCV there. But I'm a man willing to admit when I'm wrong about the stream snipe. I don't think this is a stream snipe. I just think this is a smurf. I don't think this is silver for real. I think this is just a smurf. But it's not a stream snipe. He actually saw it with the SCV. But again, all we're doing, macro. Macro, 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 macro. Try, for the love of God, to out macro this. Out macro this. Try to out macro this. Try to out macro this. This is literally the most inefficient way to kill battlecruisers with Marines. Vibes B2GM. You see, people say shit like that. And I know, guys, I know we could, and here's the thing. I know we could make Vikings. I know I could actually micro the Marines and stutter step my fucking Marines onto the BCs. I know we could grab the SCVs and repair my turrets. There's so many things we could do to make this better in terms of like micro. But again, I just want to say, if we do all of these things, what do these things all have in common? They require our attention to micro them. And if you do that, you're not going to macro at all in Silver League. For the love of God, please understand that that is how it works. If you don't have the APM to macro fast, how the fuck can you micro and macro at the same time? You can't. You won't do it. You will just stop doing one of them because you're not that fast yet. This happens every fucking day I do this series. There's always like 5 people being like, you could do so much more right now. I know you can, but no, you can't if you're in fucking silver. Good God. Series is exhausting to make.
Base is under attack.
Okay, so I mean, we're getting fucked up right now, right? And this is that moment where the guy's like he just killed my other base in the bottom right. He's killing my other base again, also, and also in bottom right. These BCs aren't even dying right now. One of them blew up, but the other ones are gonna get out. We're definitely getting our ass handed to us right now. This guy's multi-proing us like crazy. But what are we doing? How many SCVs have we lost this game? We've lost 125 SCVs, guys. We've lost 125 SCVs. And yet I am still at a comparable worker count to this guy. I am still at 37 SCVs for us to 49 SCVs for him. We are still comparable because he's spending a little bit too much time microing his battlecruisers. He's doing a good job microing them. Look at the resources lost. He's fucking owning us right now. We've definitely got owned right there. But we're still managing to keep it somewhat level playing field. It's somewhat of a level playing field. Supplies are the same. Worker counts are similar. Army supplies are very similar. Because how are we trying to win through this situation? Through raw fucking macro. We're just trying to macro it. But after we lost all of our expansions on the right side died. This is that desperate maneuver, right? Where we're like, okay, well, at this point now, this guy's army is something that just flies off the cliff and continuously goes into the area of the abyss. He just killed all my expansions, and now I'm the only expansions I have left are the ones that are like mining out. I'm on a clock right now. This is the only reason why I chose to base trade here with what we had, is because I can't kill his army if he flies off the cliff. I can't kill his army. I cannot kill it if he flies away, because all we're doing is selecting all army A moving, and we're making Marines as a focus. I can't chase him in the middle of nowhere. I'm not flying. And then I can't last very much longer because I have no more economy to come with because all my bases died. I'm still going to try to make more economy, but I have very little left over at this point. So I went, all right, let's go for broke. We already scouted his bases earlier. Let's just start here and work our way left. Or start on the left and work our way right. And we just went for it. We're like, fuck it. We'll see what happens. But we don't. Here's the thing. We don't stop macroing during this. I get here. I A-move a base. I macro SCVs. I macro Marines. I A-move a base. The next base. With stim pack. I hit A-move stim. I macro a base over here. I make SCVs. I make Marines. I stim pack here. I A-move it. I don't micro it at all. I just literally A-move it and stim pack. I go back, try to macro. I do it repeatedly, and we actually broke his base. Because he is all aggression, no defense. And generally speaking, you could normally deal with it, but these units are flying over and under cliffs and bridges and open abyss terrains and bullshit. And it's really hard to deal with it. Super hard to deal with it. With just straight up A-move with what we had. So we ended up winning a base trade though, because he couldn't defend himself. If he actually was forced to take the only reason why his BCs were winning is because they're flying away from my Marines. But as soon as they actually took a fight against the Marines, like here's one example right here. He's currently killing this base at the same time, and he fights this for a split second with weak BCs, and they all just insta-die. He flies into them, insta-death. They're all dead. And why is that happening? Because our Marines are 3-3, and his battlecruisers are 0-0.
Complete. Our SCVs are under attack. Mineral field.
So this is that point when all my economy was kind of dead. How much SCVs have we lost at this point now? 149, 150, 152. But what are we doing? We're still making SCVs, guys. I'm fucking still making SCVs. Worker count now is 18 for me and 49 for him. And I've lost 152 SCVs. 152. We've done a very horribly efficient exchange here. I've lost 341 units. He's lost 18. And he's lost half of my resources, because that 18 is mostly BC. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I chose to attack him because I have no economy now. I have literally no economy. If I stay on defense, I'm just dead. So I only chose to attack him because I have no option for economy right now. The only way I can make economy is if he stops killing it at this point. And again, just to explain why, I don't want anyone to be confused at silver. Vi, why do you not have economy? What if your Marines just stood here and defended? The reason why I say I have no economy, is because if I sat here with my Marines and just defended my base, this base is almost mined out as well. So I'm not going to last very much longer just sitting here. Like, if this was a brand new base and he had no economy, like later on in the game, that makes more sense because I can mine minerals and he can't. But right now, he has not been touched on his side of the map, and he has as many bases as he wants. And my bases that are not, the only ones of my bases that aren't dead yet are about to be fully depleted really, really fast. Like, this base is also drying up in seconds right now. Its patches are disappearing literally in seconds, and patches are gone. So my base is like not looking too hot right now. Looking pretty sad. So that's why, again, that's why we went for a counter all in. And again, am I microing this army right now? Am I microing this army? Definitely, no, I'm not. All I'm doing is I'm saying a move an area, stim pack. A move an area, stim pack. A move an area, stim pack. And we're doing it with the same philosophy we did all the way through bronze, where we go left to right, outside to inside. We kill expansion first and work our way towards his main base. All we're doing, though, is every time we go to the next base, we say, because again, we're doing it with the medevacs, right? We're making sure our medevacs stay with our army. So we go a move stim pack, a move stim pack, a move stim pack. We're being more assertive about how we stim pack our army, but we're not actually stutter stepping. We're not actually splitting our Marines. We're not doing anything. We're just a moving and letting it go. And now that this whole situation is the way it is, the base trade is now commenced. This is now a real game where we could win because he has no base defense at all. He's all aggression, no defense. And he still has 0-0 BCs, no upgrades. And upgrades are huge. And look at this. We're still making SCVs. We are still making SCVs, guys. I'm not stopping the entire game. I am not stopping the entire game. We have lost a total of 178 SCVs now. 178. This guy was. Like I said, I have people in chat. Let me just put this to bed really fast and give you my opinion. Someone in chat says vibe smurfing. This guy is not smurfing. I'm gonna tell you right now, really fast. A silver player would never teleport PCs into 3 different locations at the same time, and then also simultaneously kite Marines at the same time. That is not a silver player tactic. That is definitely a tactic that exists in StarCraft 2, but that is not at all at the level of silver. That is probably a bare minimum platinum. Maybe I would say platinum is, to be fair. I would say this guy had very low emphasis on defensive play, very high emphasis on aggressive play. If I had to categorize this player, I would say probably Platinum League. I don't think he's a GM smurf. I've never said that at all, but I do think he's definitely someone who I should not be playing against in Silver League. And again, it's okay though. It's okay because it happens. You can't avoid it. Am I pissed off that I played him in Silver League? No, I'm not. It happens. I'm just pointing it out that this game is way too hectic for what Silver actually should be. It's way too hectic for what Silver should be. And the only real answer we had to come out of this game with a potential win was with playing in the way that we're playing, which is we're also trying to emulate good, like amazing Silver macro. No, like, again, it's the guide, right? Step-by-step guide. We've been building ourselves up as a player. Everything I've done, I think you can do too. I think many people out there that have watched the B2GM series would attest to the fact that they can also do it too. All we did was we A-moved and stemmed towards the BCs repeatedly. That's where it got a little bit hectic. But every time I did it, I wanted to remind you guys, don't forget, hit 4, hit 5, hit 4, hit 5. Keep making units, keep making units, keep making units. And stuff like that. It's just trying to keep on top of stuff. And that's the best you can do. But if you play a game like this, and if you win this game, or if you lose this game, just know 100% this is not your typical Silver game, okay? This game was definitely fucked up. This was a messed up game, but hopefully it gave you some ideas on how to play a situation that feels like you have no option. If I would have all in and if all my Marines would have died in my counter all in base trade, I would have just lost the game and it would have been okay. I would have just been dead. But it happened to work out and we happened to win because of it. Because our base got to the point where we were overwhelmed and I couldn't stop the army. Because he kept running away and he would never take a fight. And then he was killing me at the same time. Hold on, that is one though. I want to check this one just really fast. This is one that I don't understand. Okay, he did see it. Was there the SCV crossed it or something? This SCV is a hero, dude.
Base mineral field depleted.
This SCV was a hero.
Base.
So yeah,
Are under attack. Mineral field.
Taking some
that SCV scouted everything. What a fucking beast. Right, put your chat in mode only. No, guys, again, I'm totally fine. Guys, it's fine. I don't mind haters. It's totally fine. I'm literally trying to explain it though. I'm not, guys, chat. Relax. I'm not pissed off. I'm not angry. I actually don't mind when people question what I'm doing. Like all these people that are like I know I get intense when I'm in the game and I'm trying to explain shit. I know I get intense with how I explain stuff. But I will always answer your questions because at the end of the day, I want to elaborate on my point of view. And I'm never going to be like, if someone says something to me, I'm not going to be like, no, I'm not answering that because I just don't want to explain why I'm doing what I'm doing in StarCraft. It's totally fine. It's all G. It's all G. The fact that people are saying that I'm smurfing inside StarCraft 2 Silver League, yeah, 100%. Of course I am. I'm not a silver player. I'm a GM player. But the people, I will say this, the people that think that I'm playing like a GM player in Silver League, no, I'm not. And if you think I am, you're very, very, very mistaken. If I really wanted to play against that guy seriously, I could have done many more things to kill those battlecruisers. But again, I'm trying to do things with priority up here in top. Jesus, 1 second, sorry. Up here in the top right of the screen, learning priorities. What is my priorities in that game? Your army's under attack. What did I do? I selected the army and I A-moved the area. And while I did that, did I stare at it the whole time? Not really. It was on the screen initially because I A-moved towards it. But then as I watch it fly off my screen to one direction, like if it's going to the left off of my screen, I know that I need to now A-move to the next area because he's leaving the screen. He's no longer there. But am I staring at the BCs just watching them fly away? I'm not doing that either. I'm literally going 4 Marines, medevacs, 5 SCV, 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 SCV. I'm just going macro, A-move, macro, A-move, macro, A-move. And I had to keep doing it because the BCs would be in one base and then 3 seconds later they're out of the base going to another base. Because he just flew around my base, kiting Marines all day. Which is why we lost like 400 units. Again, what I'm doing is I'm making a guide. I am not making watch vibes stomp low league players to GM series. Just out of fun, I want to profile this guy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. He was gold. His economy looked very realistic, but his battlecruiser usage was crazy. But it's fine. It is what it is. It's whatever. It's not a big deal, guys. If I lost or won that game, who cares? It's all good. And the way he was, I would say the biggest thing that was making me be like, what the fuck, was how he was teleporting his BCs on all my expansions whenever I put them down. But going back to watching the replay, I was like, okay. His SCV literally walked by every single one of those command centers, so it was just like, holy shit, this guy scouted everything. Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, thank you very much, Ian M7, for the 5 gifted subs. Much appreciated, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dude. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, he wasn't actually sniping me, guys. I 100% take it back. I took it back in the middle of that game. It felt like he was when I was playing him, but after watching the replay, he didn't snipe me. He's all good. And again, if you lose to a player like that,
Yeah.
if you actually lose to someone like that, again, don't freak out and be angry and be like, oh my god, I lost to that guy. It's okay. Not every single person plays like that. That was one guy out of this entire thing so far. Not everybody does that. You're not going to play a Terran player every game who goes for crazy battlecruiser multi-progs. It's not always going to happen. I mean, I imagine it probably will happen sometimes. It's not like it never happens, but it's not going to be like every single game for you. So just pick your ass up and move on to the next game, and it's not the hugest of deals.
Vibe, you fucking nerd, you're a dirty smurf and B2GM should not be allowed. Go away, smurf man.
Not enough minerals.
Thank you, people man. But yeah, no, 100%. Like the definition of a smurf, I am 100% a smurf right now, guys, just so you know.
Command center
I will 100% say I am a smurf as well, but I'm doing it with realistic reasons for a good cause. I'm not doing it to be fucking toxic. And most smurfs are doing it to be toxic. Oh, I should have scouted his mineral line and went back home. Most smurfs are doing it to be toxic. They're like, I just want to fuck you over and own your ass in StarCraft 2 and then laugh at you as you lose. That's what most smurfs are. Obviously, if I was genuinely Silver League, I wouldn't know any of the shit that I know. I'm teaching you guys because I know a lot of shit. But what I'm teaching you, here's the thing, here's the catch though. What I'm teaching you is things that you can also do yourself, and you yourself will feel like a player who doesn't belong in Silver League once you learn these things. And if you do these things, you won't be in Silver League anymore. You'll actually be promoted. You'll be like, wow, I'm in Platinum now. I'm in fucking Diamond. I'm above what I was at before. So I agree with the people who say Vibe is smurfing right now. Yeah, I actually am. But I disagree with people that say Vibe's fucking smurfing and he's a dickhead. I disagree with that because I'm like, I'm trying to help you, man. Fucking relax. I'm not saying, guys, watch me just beat the shit out of this little player here. Oh, look how good I am. Look at this. I'm a god. I'm making a guide, bro. Use it. Okay. So we're making, we're making SCVs. We're making Marines. Oh, there wasn't also, by the way, what was there not at his base? There was no expansion. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna make a bunker. So I'm getting a little distracted by chat. They're getting riled up right now. Everyone's getting feisty. Okay, let's make our starport. Rally to the front of our base. Put our tank on the high ground. We can lift this depot and tuck it into the corner. Siege that shit. Now this thing can always be raised and lowered and no longer have to worry about it being messed up
complete.
if something runs into our base.
Not enough energy.
Make another tank. As another battlecruiser teleports to my base, and I'm like, see guys, you won't play this very often. People love their battlecruisers. Let's make our stim pack.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Additional supply depots.
Oh, I should be making my depots in the front, not in the back.
This better.
Good to see you smurfing again, lol. JK for real. Thanks for doing this. Got to deal in 6 months of playing from beginner THX to you, bro.
No worries. I'm glad it helped you, man. That's what the point is, right? I want to help you, so I'm glad that it helped you. Okay, let's make another command center. Let's go ahead and make 2 more gases because we're basically fully saturated on that base. We're getting attacked. Okay, so let's A-move my army into the main base. We can grab like our bunker, for instance, and unload it. A-move the main
Bible
base.
is making a guide, guys. It is about how to drag the chode over some noob's face by smurfing. Chill, dudes.
Keep making SCVs. Keep making SCVs, everybody.
Base
Keep making
is under
units.
attack. Insufficient Vespene gas.
It's been 2 years since I asked this, but when is the Brood War F League to S League?
Nope, I don't think so. No Brood War stuff. Let's make Another factory repair because he killed my factory. We need to build a new one. Okay. At this point now, you can be like, okay, well, he's in my main base. Let's go ahead and leapfrog a tank. I think we've had enough time to react to the fact that we're getting hit by a fucking all-in our main base. So let's siege our tank in our main. Keep making units. Keep making marines. Keep making all my stuff. Make an orbital command on that command center. Let's lift this factory and put another tech lab on it. He actually killed the tech lab, so that's dead. Let's go ahead and move my SCVs at this thing. Maybe we get lucky and kill it. Re-rally to my main base because we can actually start, you know, filling that back up again. Also, there's a widow mine still there, so we should probably kill that.
Command center upgrade complete.
Okay. Let's make a reactor. Go ahead and scan that shit and kill that widow mine. It's annoying. It's still there. Let's start making depots again.
Add-on complete.
Go back, restart the build over again. Just restart the build.
All these goddamn smurfs out here on them tar ladders, all thanks to that Vibu guy I saw on a Twitch channel.
Yeah, dude. That's what it's gonna feel like. Most of the time, if you have someone who just like macros like a fucking god, who does a series, it's gonna feel like everyone's gonna feel pretty good, like be pretty good at the
Add-on
game.
complete.
Okay, so we have a lot of medevacs. Maybe let's like hold off on making more medevacs for a moment. It's a lot of medevacs. Is this another Smurf? No, I don't think this is a Smurf. This guy didn't do anything fancy with... Guys, the only time I think when someone's a Smurf is when someone does something super fancy with micro. Like, for instance, kite me at the same time as multi-pronging me. I'm just like, okay. That's a little advanced. That's a little bit above Silver League, in my opinion. But if it's someone who does a one base all in like that, that was legit a one base all in. That's that has nothing to do with your league. That has everything to do with build order. And he chose to do a build that's aggressive, that is going to try to kill me. Keep making units. Look at my resources. Am I able to spend it? I'm kind of having a hard time spending it at this point. So let's go ahead and get a few more barracks.
Our SCVs
Okay. What's going on here? Okay, bunch of Thors in this base. Let's A-move it. Stim pack. And we might just be dead here. It's very possible that we're dead. We can A-move my army. We can siege our tank. Keep macroing. Keep trying to build shit. I think we're probably gonna die here.
Not enough minerals.
GG. We're done. So we just got one base all in right there. We just got one base all in. It is what it is. That was another one base. It was another aggressive build. This happened to be a one base all in that turned into a natural way fucking later. In total, Doug, thank you for the bits.
The times I'm playing ZVZ, guy does a defensive roach build, and I ask B2GM fam, and he be like Hyla Mouse aim.
Thank you, Doug. Much love for the bits, man. You're a baller. Thank you, Mr. People.
Hey Vibe, can I give you a bunch of money and you make me a GM Zerg?
No.
Asking for a friend.
I mean, if you want me to coach you, yeah, let's do it. So again, I'm gonna say this one more time really fast, because I can already tell from these games if this is how the pace of the games are gonna keep going throughout the rest of the series. I'm gonna say it one more time, and I'm gonna say this. Remember back to what I said at the start of the series, where I said, if your goal, be realistic about what your goals are with Terran. And if your goal for Terran is to get Diamond League, like get into Diamond League or anything below Diamond League, I do 100% advocate that the mech version of B2GM is easier. Thors and Hellbats are easier. And if your goal is to surpass that and go into what's it called? if your goal is to go into anything beyond Diamond, like you want to get to Diamond 1 or Masters 3, or you're like, how far can I go? Bio is still a good overall idea to go for. It's just that bio as a whole for a composition to learn is going to be something that's going to be a bit more consuming and hard to do, I feel like, overall, because it's something that requires a lot more attention to detail. It requires more micro. Like, for instance, this guy just ran me over with Thors. They fucking destroyed me. So it's going to happen a lot. I feel like it's gonna happen more than you want it to. Bio is something that definitely can work, but it has a hard time making it work sometimes. It's just harder to execute because it's fragile. So like when he shows up to my base with his first attack, this is a situation where we have a nice fat double economy over him. We have also a lot more supply than him, but he also went one base and set this up right away. He got in the middle line right away, and we got kind of fucked up. Widowmine hit all my Marines, and all my bio just dies as we try to take the fight, and he just runs me over. And he also stays barely out of range of my tank for the most of the time. And then he lifts and lands onto my tanks with the Thor, and it just, you know, is brutal. From that point on, it's pretty hard to recover, and he just does a second drop behind it. And, you know, now there's 3 Thors and a bunch of other units coming with it. And it's one of those things where we actually almost held, but bio units, generally speaking, are just not super strong. And there's something that they're just a unit that needs to be active more than not. This is why, this is the exact same reason why I don't open the series with Protoss, with Zealots, Zealot builds, and I don't open up the series for Zerg with Zergling builds. I don't do builds that scale poorly with no real power unless you have some type of aggression going on. So it is what it is. We're gonna keep going. It's just I want you guys to understand that that's how it goes. Mech is so much easier to make work with the style of what B2GM is in theory for bronze to plat. And yeah, we're just gonna die here now. And we did. And we died. Vibe, why did you change the series then from 2019 with Thors into bio? Because bio is what a lot of Terrans want. A lot of Terrans want bio, they crave bio, they love bio, and Terran is one of those races that has like 2 playstyles over every other race. A lot of other races have a lot of synergy with other playstyles, but Terran is the race that has literally, you either go bio or you go mech. It's very one or the other. And a lot of Terran players that liked bio felt overwhelmed when they learned how to go to mech and got to diamond, and then they started learning how to micro bio, but they had not actually played bio before, and they were like, how the fuck do I play bio? So now at least you have an idea of how to play bio before you actually have to micro bio. Again, do I expect to win every game? No, I don't, guys. We're not playing like a GM player. But it's definitely going to be harder to make bio get to diamond than it is to make mech to get to diamond. Bio is like running around with like a sheet of glass. Your army can just die in a second. But it's really effective when you micro it.
Additional supply depots required.
Okay. Would the bunker help you? I did have a bunker, and it didn't help me much at all because by the time the bunker came into effect, I was already dead. Like, the fact that I lost all my shit in my main base was pretty brutal. That was hard to come back from because Thors scale better than bio by a lot. Like, the only way I'm going to beat Thors realistically as Terran in TVT with bio is if I have a lot of Marauders. And that needs to be something that I can do late game, not something I should open with. And again, okay, now another question would be, well, why don't we open with Marauders, Vibe? What do you mean? I don't open with Marauders because we're not scouting very religiously because scouting distracts silver players. And if you just blindly make Marauders, and let's say you now fight the battlecruiser guy, well, what the fuck you do there? You can't even hit the air
Command
units.
center upgrade complete.
A loss is a loss, guys. It's not going to happen repeatedly. It's okay. It's okay. You're going to lose sometimes. Bio is going to be the hardest thing you're going to learn in this game. Playing this way. It's such a fragile composition.
Additional supply depots required.
Okay, so there's no natural. We don't got to scout the main. Just scout the natural. And now that there's no natural, we're going to build a bunker. Okay. So he's attacking me with some zealot bullshit. So how can we deal with this? We can take some SCVs and we can A move. We're playing another pseudo pro gamer build.
He'll give you $1 if you do at least 2 games of GM Zerg today, one-time offer.
No. Okay. Send those SCVs back. Let's try and make a bunker. And let's try and build our command center again. Keep making SCVs, guys. Get mineral priority. We took SCVs off gas. Mineral priority. Thank you for the dollar dono, people man. Okay, so he's back again. Let's pull some SCVs again. Pull some boys. Pull some SCVs. A, move the SCVs. Make another barracks. Make a factory. And let's A move his towards the area with our shit. We're gonna go back to a mineral priority again. Mineral priority.
These are under attack.
Okay, let's finish the bunker with this SCV right there.
Complete.
Make an orbital command.
Add-on complete.
Nice. Let's take another SCV off and go finish building that bunker again. We don't have any gas to make a tank, so we can just start making a Hellion instead, because we're desperate right now. We just need to make whatever we can. Let's make let's make a tech lab on that Rax. Let's load it in that bunker, and let's start making depots. We can repair, hold shift, repair, hold shift. Take over our mineral line. Okay.
Add-on complete.
And we're ready to soon start we're starting tank production, we're starting more marine production, and we're ready to start taking our second gas and our main base. We need to also rally our natural with our SCVs. Okay, we're still making SCVs.
$2 per gram Zerg game, last chance.
No, thank you, people, man. I tell you what, if you keep asking me, maybe I'll think about it. Ask again in like 5 minutes. I'll consider it. Thank you again for the 2. Yeah, let's make a tank on our cliff. Get stim pack. Jesus. Hey, anyone on YouTube series on the YouTube channel? I just want to say thank you for watching. I don't know what it is about my Twitch chat today, but my God, I feel like my Twitch chat is it's like a patience testing thing right now. An entity. I would say this, okay? This would be my answer to everyone who hates what you see right now. If you don't like it, I'm not forcing you to watch it. You're more than welcome to leave if you don't like it. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it, dude. I don't know what to tell you with bio, man. You have to... I can't be like, play like a GM player, and suddenly this is how you win games. Like, if you're not a GM player, you can't play like a GM player. Okay.
This is me asking again.
Still no. I appreciate 25, but no, I'm not going to play James or games today.
Research complete.
This better be good.
Okay, so we're going to get orbital command. We're going to get our We're done making
Mineral
tanks.
field
We're good on that.
completed.
And now we're just kind of chilling. We need to make more barracks
In the rear with SUV ready. Gotcha.
to get our money spent properly. We took our gas and our naturals, so let's get a couple engineering bays to,
Armed and ready.
get that shit set up
Command
properly.
center upgrade complete. Not enough.
And we're just, we're just building up units again. Marines, medevacs, adding in a couple Hellions here and there.
Go, go, go. SUV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Ready to raise some
Okay, let's
hell.
take our third base.
Ready for dust off.
Let's go and take our reactors at our Araxes.
Mineral field
SUV
Start our upgrades on our energy base.
research complete.
ready. Big job. SUV ready. Huh? Bad news.
Ready for dust off.
SUV
Okay.
ready.
And just keep pumping. I mean, there's really nothing else we're doing right now. We're just trying to do 4 or 5, 4 or 5, 4 or 5. Keep pumping, boys.
SUV ready.
Mineral field depleted.
Jordan.
We can make another command center.
SUV ready. SUV ready. You want a piece of me, boy? Well, butter my biscuit.
Additional supply.
SUV ready.
Let's take one Marine on each side of the map, like we always do, and we're going to scout for where our opponent's base is. Okay, we're actually getting attacked, so let's take our army, go towards our third base, lower our depots because now it's air. Make a turret in each middle line. Make a turret. Make a turret. Then we can stim pack now that we're in the fight. Okay, keep making Marines.
Additional supply depots
Start making
required.
Thors now instead.
This better be good.
We're making Thors, boys.
In the rear with the gear. Armed and ready. Want a piece of me, boy? What big job, huh?
So we got distracted with our.
Go
We
ahead.
gotta send SCVs now to build this wall still.
Huh?
So
Upgrade
SCV build.
complete.
SCV build, SCV build. Let's take 2 Marines again and do the same exact thing we did a second ago, where we send a Marine out on both sides of the map. We need to do this because of the fact that
Go ahead.
he made us pull our army back to fight the Void Ray, which is totally fine. Just keep making Marines, keep making SCVs. Looks like there's something there that killed our Marine on the other side, so we didn't really get to see the right side at all.
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready.
Let's go ahead and move our take another command center and move our SCVs that are oversaturated to that base. Okay, he took my base, so let's go ahead and A-move that. Shift, A-move this, or actually rather no, just kidding. That's the way we did before. We need to just shift A-move the one base because we don't want our medevacs to go by themselves. So A-move the one base. Call it a day. Let it die. We're not shift A-moving the whole map right now.
Unacceptable landing
We're just killing the
zone.
one base. We can try to land our command center in just a second.
Base is under attack.
Okay, we got a bunch of voids in our other base now. That's fine. Keep making Marines. Keep making Thor. Keep making medevacs. Take our army. A-move towards the voids. And stim pack. We try and land this base now. Mine these minerals.
Additional supply depots required. Upgrade complete. Base is under attack.
Okay, there's more voids in my main base now as well.
Supply depots
Let's go ahead and A-move towards the main base and stim pack.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals.
Ready for dust off.
Okay.
Ready.
And now let's move out, forward,
Command center.
out of our base, and let's once again try to do the same thing again, where we go right-click the right, or A move the right side of the map, A move the left side of the map, and if we don't see something soon in just a second, we're just gonna basically start going down one of the sides of the map. We're just gonna pick one and go, rather than sitting here waiting for one Marine to continuously try to figure it out over and over and over and over and over. Let's take another base. Okay, so we already found a base. Let's just go right. A move here right now. Go to that base right now. We'll just pick right. We're gonna work our way down the right side of the map. This guy has expansions all the way to the middle of the map already, and he also had a base in my base. So this guy's expanding like crazy fast.
Completed.
So we're going to this base. Stim pack it down. Now A move the next base in the
Hey,
next
YouTube,
area.
I'm pooping. It goes plop plop splash splash plop 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 splash plop.
Nice, dude. That's very descriptive. Thank you very much for that. Army's engaging, so let's stim pack and kill it. We can add another turret here. Okay, he's dead. All right. So, this was just, you know, example of a Pro S player who's all over the place. All over the place with his Stargates. And as we said before, we'll times 8 this, and we'll just take a gander at overall supply. I mean, he did go 3 base super fast. He took both corners of the map right off the bat. He was chrono boosting probes. And we took a bunker. Or no, we didn't take a bunker this game. I can't remember why. Why did I not take a bunker? I should. Oh, I did. No, I did. He fucking killed it with his zealot, though. The zealot was attacking me the whole time. That's what it was. So supplies are actually somewhat even. I mean, he does have a good probe count. He's got 4 bases already. We're only on 3. He's actually out expanding me right now. But again, we're just sticking to the idea of bio. You know, A moving my army into his face and stim packing when we get there. And Marines, let's be real. Marines just scale really well against Void Race. Even he's actually out upgrading me as well. Nice.
I even waited for Terran game to be done now.
No, I'm not playing James Zerg games today, people, man. I don't care how much you're going to donate. Stop donating if you want, that's all you want to do. And I just saw in chat, you literally said, yo, chat, yo, people on YouTube, okay? Don't feel bad for this guy when he donates 25 bucks and says, this is me asking you again. Can you please play Zerg games? I'm not the bad guy. You know why? Because he trolls my chat every day, and he literally just said in the chat, the only reason why I watch Vibe stream is to try to frustrate him and see his reactions. He doesn't actually want me to play GM Zerg games. He wants to make me say no 500 times. That's all he wants. Thank you, people, man. I appreciate it.
Finally Silver. I wonder how to deal with Medivac drop. Greetings from Poland.
You wonder how to deal with medevac drop? I mean, at this point, still, it's just A move. At this, it's not. We're not doing anything crazy. It's still just A move, A move, A move. We're not microing. I'm not stutter stepping. No fancy moves. Just A move. Vibe. Why take gas on 3rd base if it's bio?
Pretty please.
No. No. Thank you, people, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Why do you take gas on your 3rd base if you're going bio? Because we're going for a hybrid of units. There's no guarantee that my medevacs aren't going to die. There's no guarantee that if I make Thors, that my Thors aren't going to die. Like, if the units that I'm making, if they die, especially my medevacs, and I don't have enough gas to make any more, well, then my army is going to become very weak.
Big job, huh?
And it's the difference of 1 base of gas. We have plenty of money. We have plenty of money in terms of minerals. And also, I don't want to keep changing the build over and over and over and over through the leagues to make everything fit everything we're doing exactly. I want the build to be mostly consistent. And once we get up towards like plat, we're going to be using the factory constantly the entire time. We're not going to be going into like, oh, we're just going to make some Hellions now and shit. It's going to basically be a lot more utilized with what we're going to be doing. More likely. Because we're going to be playing also at a faster pace. So it's not going to be... they got to realize as well, the reason why our gas goes high sometimes is because we're genuinely playing slower. Guys, you have to realize, once again, I'll say it like a broken record this time, but you have to realize we are in Silver League. This is Silver 3. This is not GM. This is not Masters. This is Silver. Bye, please say good luck, have fun. There you go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put stream delay on probably like 3 minutes or something next time around for sure.
What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
I'm getting drained here. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm just drained. You guys are draining me. These games and this chat is draining me right now. Oh god, making me love Terran all that much more.
Who wants some?
Command center upgrade complete.
Big job, huh? Go ahead. SCV ready. Go, go, go.
Thank you, R-Surge, for the bits. I've been watching your YouTube channel for about a year now, loving the Twitch stream so far. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Some positivity right there. Thank you, dude. Doesn't have to all be negative.
Oh, yeah.
First and only Twitch sub for me going on 9 months. Thanks, Vibu.
Thank you, dude.
What's going on?
Zyker Arrow, that's a super... I appreciate that, man. There's a lot of good streams out there, and I'm glad that you really like mine enough to support it that much. Much love, dude.
SCV ready. Big job, SCV ready.
Add-on complete. Not enough energy. Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Command center upgrade complete.
Bad news. SCV. You want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready.
We never scouted. It's okay.
I don't even play StarCraft, but this is an amazing series. The concepts are universal.
Thank you very much, Viking LOL. I'm glad you like it, man. Much love.
Add-on.
Thank you, thank you.
SCV ready.
Okay, again, what are we doing, guys? 4 or 5, 4 or 5, 4 or 5, 4 or 5, 4 or 5.
Butter my biscuit.
Butter my biscuit. 4 or 5.
SCV ready. What's going on? Armed and ready. SCV ready. Ah, go ahead. SCV ready. Who wants some?
Add-on.
Underscore Vibu take my energy 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 underscore.
Thank you.
This is my stream, play GM Noah, and give me one of those muffins.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, people, man, for the donos. Thanks, guys. Much love, everybody. All right, we're gonna get our engineering base.
SCV ready.
Let's go ahead and get a few more
Research
racks.
complete.
Gotcha. You want a piece? SCV ready. Been waiting. Big job, huh?
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready. Coming
4-5, guys. 4-5. We are making SCVs and Marines and a few tanks here and there and some medevacs so we can fly around the map and stuff like that.
Sir.
We're just cruising, dude. We're cruising.
SCV ready.
Ready for dust off.
Sorry, there's a dog angry barking at the moment. Life.
SCV ready.
Okay. Remember how we took that expansion up here?
Command center.
For all those people in Twitch chat that were like, why'd you take that base vibe? Guess what? We're taking this one this time. And why is the reason we're taking it? Doesn't matter.
Add-on complete.
It doesn't matter. Just expand.
Go ahead.
Just expand.
Research complete.
Let's put 16 fresh bad boys on that base. Put some mules on that bad boy.
Ready for dust off.
Mineral
Get some Marines
field
pumping
complete.
like crazy. 2 more SCVs are extras. Let's put them over. Thank you, Chapo, for the sub.
Mineral field
The main
completed.
thing to remember when playing Terran is that you are and always will be inferior to Zerg.
Okay. Some Zerg support right there. Thank you. Thank you, people, man.
Numbers, boys. Got it. You gonna give me orders?
Okay, we're scouting the map.
Ready for dust.
Again, every expansion we haven't, you know, seen everything. So we're scouting the map. No scouting in Silver League? Question mark? Yeah, we kind of spaced it.
What's going on? Ah,
It's okay.
big job. Gangway. Coming
We're we'll see if we even need to do it right now. It's okay. If you mess it up in Silver League and you're like, ah, dang it. Oh, gosh darn it. I forgot to scout. I mean, you might just be okay. There's a
Ready for
chance.
dust off.
There's a good chance you might be able to make it work still. Okay, we got Protoss in bottom right. And do we have Protoss in here? No, we don't. So the first place we're going now with our army when we max out is bottom right, guys. Bottom right. Vibe, go feed your dog. She's pretty happy. I gotta feed that dog all the time. She loves life. That dog is glutton. She a glutton.
Go ahead. Bad news.
Okay, let's transfer some SCVs that are oversaturated.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Angry barking? I'm being eaten alive.
Oh, she's happy. You both are happy, I can tell.
Ready
Thank
for
you very
dust
much for
off.
the bits. Larissa, thank you.
Upgrade complete.
Yep.
Okay, let's make 2 more racks.
I'm going. On there, ready.
And now we're maxed out, so what are we going to do? Move my army down to the bushes. We're going to go Metal Gear Solid Sneaky Snake on this right now. Get another weapon upgrade.
Command
Let's go ahead and take
upgrade.
another base over here. Take this over here. We'll land that bad boy right there. SCV count currently is not fully maxed yet, so again, we want to definitely continue to make those with some remax action. Let's make another factory starport. Make some more racks over here.
Dust off.
SCV ready. I can't build here.
Hold shift, click the mineral line. Take our army, move here, stim, let it go. And let's get our production all assorted here and make sure we add it into our control group. Add a few more tech labs. More SCVs are being made. Another base going there. I accidentally somehow grabbed that command center, so we'll just build one over here. It's okay. Let's drop some mules at the new base that we just took. Mineral field depleted, guys. What are we going to do about it? We're going to fix it. That's not looking good. It's red. Neither's that. That's not good either. Fix that. Let's land them all. Let's send all these SCVs to the brand new base over here. And let's even pull one off this one. And now suddenly our economy just exploded. Damn. That looks nice. Okay, let's take our army and move the next base. Go here first, because again, if we go here straight away, our medevacs will fly over the edge and just die. Move here first. Take a bunch of reactors on our racks now. Take a, we'll take a reactor and a reactor on both of these buildings. We haven't actually seen an air unit this game attack us, so it's okay. Let's stim pack that base. Get it going. Get it popping. More upgrades on our engineering base. Nice. Get a concussive shell on our marauder. And make marauders, make marines, make a couple hellbats, make a couple medevacs. Move on. Okay, there are air units. So let's cancel that reactor and let's make a tech lab. And let's go ahead and make Thors now. Cancel Blue Flame. Cancel Hellbat. We're going into Thor bio. Thor bio. Because he's going air. Okay. Let's get our army. Group it up. Group my army up like right here. Group it. Group it, group it, group it, group it.
Ready for dust off.
Armed and ready.
Research complete.
Bad news? You want a piece of me, boy? This
Okay.
better be good. Orders received.
Hey, army's almost grouped up.
Thor is here.
We're looking good. On oh, this space needs barracks to be added on.
Command center upgrade
Okay.
complete.
And now let's go ahead and hit his natural.
By the numbers.
A move in. And stim pack.
Command center
And we're
upgrade
going hard.
complete.
We could use some help here.
And we're looking pretty solid everywhere else. Things are looking super fancy.
Yeah.
Let's make a couple Thors. Make a bunch of Marines.
Unacceptable command.
Again, we're trying to stay maxed.
Maximum supply.
We're trying to just stay maxed right now. Yo, Maldy Pants, thank you for the prime. Thank you, dude. Thank you very much, dude. So we're just, again, we're scanning our base, right?
Add-on.
What bases? Everything seems okay. There we go. There's a patch that mined out. Everything looks pretty good though. Things are looking nice. How's this going? Okay, not so hot. Let's go ahead and regroup my army then. We can re-rally my army to like right there. Regroup. Regroup.
Unacceptable.
Regroup, dude. We're still maxed. We're still maxed.
Thor is here.
Okay, so now our army is grouped up again. Let's go ahead and move towards his base. Okay, we got Void Razor there. Move towards those. And
Complete.
now move towards the front of his base.
And ready.
Get our army grouped up at the front of his base, and then we'll, once again, once my medevacs and bio all arrive at the same time, we'll then push in all at once. Okay, so again, this one just came down. It came down to inefficiency versus efficiency. The bio build still works. It still works. For some reason, I want to look at the fight. Don't worry, I got you covered. We're gonna watch them now. We always go back and look at them to see just what it looks like after the fights are over. So I just want to throw it out there and say that this example right here, going 7 Stargates and a fleet beacon on 2 bases, is something you can't really afford. It's nuts. Is there a reason why lower league players like to go straight Void Ray? Lower league players in general, I feel like a lot of times they favor air units. They're just like, oh, I love battle cruisers. I love Void Ray carrier. They just like air. It's fine. That's why. That's also why I tell you every time, no matter what race you are, to make Anti-air units.
Sorry, Vibe. I'm currently have a midlife crisis and bought a lot of good stock. Your best. Can you teach me your ways?
About a what? About a GameStop stock. Nice, dude. You sound like you're set. No wonder why you're donating so much. Thank you very much for sharing. Hopefully you got out at the right time. I actually haven't been following it. I don't know anything about what's going on with that. I just know it was crazy for a while. And everyone's like, should I buy some? I never bought any. Okay. Nice. 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 And now our army shows up, and again, it's just supply. It's just supply. Supply is super good for Terran here. And even though he does have a good army there, in terms of like what we just fought, like we have too many Marauder, and you know, we were fighting in a concave where we didn't actually stim pack through it with stutter step. He was fighting in the best location possible, concaving Void Rays versus Bio. It doesn't matter because he kills a bunch of Bio and we're remaxed in seconds anyways. As we always have said in this series. That is what's important, right? That is what is important. The remax. Nice. And despite having a couple rough games, guys, get what happened. Despite having a couple rough games, we still won more than we lost, and we still promoted. And why is that? Again, this answer should answer all of your questions. And if it doesn't, may God help your soul. Macro is mandatory, and all we're trying to do is increase your macro to a point where you can handle everything so that you can become a better player who can then also do all those things that everyone wants to do, which is micro their way out of situations. You can totally micro your way out of situations once you can actually macro properly. And if you cannot, at the very least, get to upper platinum through your macro only. I'm not saying that's all we're going to do. We're definitely going to add more things in here and there. But if you actually struggle to get, if you're on your road to platinum, upper plat to like maybe lower diamond, if you are struggling on your way to that point and you wonder why are you losing, I just want you to know it is because of your macro. It is why. Remind yourself that. If you're someone who genuinely is watching this series, I know people who watch this on YouTube are going to watch this mostly because they want to see genuine improvement in themselves. But people who are watching this on Twitch, a lot of them are super trolls. They're just fucking around in the moment. Just know your best chance is macro. Focus on the macro and you're better off. Also, people, man, thank you again for the donos. Appreciate it. I'll play them after the video's over. Thank you, man. All right, guys. Well, good luck. I'll see you guys in Silver 2. Much appreciated. Thanks for you know, making it here with me. And yeah, stay strong, bio users. I mean, just know there's always mech around the corner. If you want to go back to mech, you totally can. It's easier to get to diamond with that. But if you want to try your way through bronze to plat with diamond, or bronze plat with bio, it is rough. It is rough. It's a rough road. But I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace, guys. See ya.